Hello, hello. Hello, people. I am entity 122. Wait. 1, 2, 2. I forgot how to speak. Wait a sec. I'm just going to send a L message on Twitter. Just remove the waiting screen so I could speak while doing this. There we go. Wait, I'm going to let me type. Here we go. Okay. Send. Very good. Okay, oh god, the background is... Wait a sec. The background is not working correctly again. Nothing new. Wait a sec. Okay, nice. Yeah, the last thing I need to do before starting the game is putting a nice little message in the chat. So today I'm going to play a soon to release game, an upcoming game called Black Heaven. And again, I would like to thank you, the artist of the game. I don't remember the name, I swear. What is their name? Keiko Cup. Thank you to Keiko Cup for giving me this opportunity. My thing does not react. Wait a sec. Okay, now it reacts fully to when I speak. Okay, nice. Thank you to Keiko Cup and the studio behind, the indie studio behind Black Heaven for giving me this opportunity, by the way, to play this game. Just going to write a message now. Yep. So for me, when does it release? I don't know. Let me just check it. Check on Steam. Black Heaven Steam. What's the date for me? Yeah, view page. For me, it's 21st. So I'm just going to type the 21st. How does sentences work? Black Heaven will release on Steam on the... Okay, say on the... The funny little link. There we go. I send this, a pin. Whoop. Okay, nice. Now let's switch to the game room. Hello. Oh god, there's still this thing. And I just have to start the game. Where is it? So as I said quickly an hour ago, I will play the unreleased, no, not unreleased, uncensored version of censored, not uncensored. That's up for you to discover. Okay, let me start the game. It's a visual novel, wimpy game. Okay, nice. Now you should be able to hear it. Oh, nice. Okay, it's here. Okay, you can. Very nice. Okay, let me just save to... Yeah, okay. Volume seems good and everything nice. So I'm very interested in this game since apparently it says that it has some... well, first it's a romance visual novel, which I like, not gonna lie about that. Also it's on the theme pretty spooky, I don't think I saw it like they call horror. Maybe someone called it horror, but... oh yeah, psychological horror. Yeah, never mind, it's on Steam. I'm dumb. So yeah, it's horror, romance, and you can apparently mess with it. The storyline will be messed up with the loading things. I'm describing it very weirdly, but you'll probably see it in action. I'm not sure how it will go, since well, I never played it. But from the look of it, I wouldn't say it's like the DLC, but if they told me there was inspiration from it, I wouldn't be surprised. Wait, is the... no, not the mouse. Okay, just checking. Okay, I'm going on it. Is it thing frozen? It looks like it's frozen. Like it, the fridge, no. Oh my god, I forgot how to speak, seriously. The bridge, that's a fridge. Looks like it's frozen. Yep. 3 days. Shit. Oh, I don't like this. Wait a sec. Ooh. Ah, okay, I thought it was the graphics. Adjust option. Where is the text? I prefer it to scroll, or at least to be seen scrolling. Typing, yeah, typing is better. Back to game. It's been 3 days since you arrived at the library of Gizeron, yeah, and you can already feel your body dying, 1 inch at a time. Your fingertips have become dull and black, and you can't seem to get enough air in your lungs. Where am I? Is it like the afterlife, or... oh no, so I am dying somewhere cold. It is frozen, okay. Across your skin, isolated black splotches have merged together, becoming a living tapestry of cancer. Shit, that's not a nice picture at all. As you feverishly rifle through the shelf, searching the ancient spines for books on disease. Oh, so we have a disease. We are not just dying of cold. We are fucking dying. Your mind begins to slip in and out of consciousness. Minutes and hours pass in a blur, until finally you collapse against the shelf and roll into your back. You look up at the cavernous roof of the library, hung with stalactites. Thousands of tiny fireflies float between the spikes of rock, casting dim light on the shelf below. I can't read, I swear. This library used to be one of the ancient wonders of the Tyrannin land known as the Sunless Kingdoms, but now it's just a pile of moldy paper. You've heard that they tried to seal the entrances to the underground when the plague began. Oh, so there is a plague. Wait, isn't that in the description of the game actually? They just forgot the description of the game I'm playing. After nearly succumbing to the disease, you're the foremost scholar and one of the last survivors of a plague that destroys the world. Okay, so I'm just dumb. But hey, that's not too bad either, to not know what you're going into, other than the game mechanic. Like, it's a nice surprise to read at first. It had given the artificers enough time to craft the first filter masks, but it wasn't enough. The plague still made it down here. Filter masks. Is it COVID? Now the only one left alive are people like you, resistant to the disease. although not immune. Your mask has kept you from breathing in more of the disease, but it can only help so much. Even worse than the cancerous plague spreading through your body, however, as a memory. There was a time when you were just beginning your studies as a scholar of immortality at Heaven Academy. Oh, okay, so we were not just any kind of people, any kind of student, we were literally learning how to be immortal. Okay, nice. Let's talk about karma. Or what is ironic, more like ironic fate. Everything was so bright, so promising. You close your eyes. When you open your eyes again, you're sitting in front of a desk in a sunlight room. Is it a flashback? Scrolls hang from the walls, each one featuring illustrations from ancient manuscripts on immortality. Okay, I think it's a flashback. A black pot of tea sitting on the desk, and across from you sits Rue. She's dressed the way you remember her, down to the gold epaulettes on her shoulders, the uniform for instruction of Heaven Academy. Rue shuffles some papers around, her gaze refusing to meet yours. I think she's a shy girl with a lot across the characters. Slowly, the memory falls into place. This was your first day as an initiate at Heaven. The day you would meet your mentor and speak about your course of study. You had been so nervous to meet your new mentor. You had expected someone wise, older, and confident. Who was none of those things. Whose voice jerks you out of your thoughts. I swear I can read. I mean, how are you finding the academy? It's big. It's kind of confusing to find my way around, but I'm getting the hang of it. I see. Rue shifts in her seat. She rearranges your documents again, as if buying time before saying something else. Okay, let me just check something real quick that's unrelated to the game, but I really hate... no, not that. On the last stream, my application was not responding, and still not responding. Is that something I don't like at all? Yeah, start watching. That's so weird because it seems to be working fine on every browser, but on the Twitch app, my stream just stopped working. What the whatever. As long as I suppose it works for everyone else, so I think it's fine. If it doesn't, then whoops. Who shifts in her seat? She rearranges your document again at everybody. Okay, I read that. You remember what you thought all those years ago. She's too young to be an instructor here, much less your mentor. Still, they told you that she will be the one mentoring you for your first year. What subject are you most interested in studying? You don't remember what you told her back then. What do you want to study? Artificial vessel, what is that? Physical augmentation, senescence and regeneration. Honestly, I would prefer that. This is my kind of stuff, being a healer and stuff. The study of senescence, I have no idea what that is, and regeneration is concerned with the art of crafting, creating, and regenerating one's flesh, as well as staving off its decay. Those who practice this art are remarkably resilient. It can endure little injuries and disease, so that's on brand with what I have. This is what I studied. When you learn about the art of Psychomancy as a teenager, there's too many fancy words in this game for me. You had watched a master. Physiomancer. Rip her own arm off during a demonstration. Damn, there's not caring there. Instead of grimacing in pain, the woman's face has been serene, even radiant. After a few seconds, the blood stopped dripping, and before your eyes, you saw the fiber of muscle start to grow like worms, interweaving and tightening, until a boneless arm was whole again. That doesn't sound like something you would want to see, honestly. Like, it sounds neat, but I don't want to see that. Yeah, I'm more focused. New skin stitched itself across the flesh like a sweater, until not a trace of blood or gore was visible. Finally, the whole arm stiffened as the bones rapidly calcified and filled the cavity inside. After 2 interesting minutes, the mage flexed her fingers and moved her arm in a wide, milling arc. It was the most awesome display of magic you have ever seen. From that day on, you've decided that you would learn the art of bodily regeneration. You suddenly realize that you've been lost in thought for a few seconds, and that Lou has been looking at you the whole time. Regeneration. Well, we have an excellent circular for that. A servant arrived to pour both of you tea, and you're left in silence as they fill your cups. You sip your tea slowly, remembering how you wanted to make it last back then. Anything was better than continuing this extremely awkward conversation. When you set down your cup, you see Lou drop her gaze. She was clearly watching you sip your tea. Instead of speaking, she begins fiddling with a small piece of paper. Unsure what to say, you instead look out the window at Izan Academy's beautiful campus and reflect on your time here. You were nervous when you first stepped foot in Izan. You weren't from a wealthy or famous family, and this was supposed to be an elite academy. Elite? I don't know. From the first time you've met your classmates, you felt awkward and out of place. People looked at you differently, and you'd hope you could live up to expectation. But when you look back on your memories of Izan, you remember the pleasant things most clearly. You hear a soft, whipping sound and look over at Ru, who has carefully whipped a piece of paper along a straight line. She freezes when she sees you looking at her and begins to speak rapidly. The most interesting thing I discovered when studying was the paper lotus problem. Have you heard of it? No, what is it? The idea is that when you fold the paper lotus, you will never perfectly align the fold, and each flow will have a ripple effect on the next fold. This is a moment where my lack of English knowledge is going to fuck with me. I have an idea of what is a paper lotus, but wait, let me just Google it real quick. What's a paper lotus? No, but not lotus. Okay, that's what I had in mind. And the ripple effect is... Okay, thank you, Google Translation, for not helping me at all. In the end, one flow can change the outcome of the entire lotus. If you know how, you can see or at least recognize a person by the flows in their lotuses, because those flows reflect the individual soul as expressed through their physical form. What? She quickly folds the lotus, smoothing the crease and rotating the paper as you watch. Finally, a pristine paper flower rests on the deck. You inspect the flower from different angles, trying to spot some kind of asymmetry. It was perfect, but it's not. If you magnify your vision, you'll see the tiny imperfections. The more you magnify it, the bigger the flow seems. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what magnifying is. Well, can anyone fold a perfect lotus? That's an important question. For anyone to obtain perfection in any form, even if something as small as a paper lotus, they will need to align their body, mind and soul with the principle of perfection. In that moment, they will become perfect, at least in a sense. Maybe you can attain that for a moment, but eventually, you'll return to your normal flow state, like entropy. Slowly, all concepts rise from your memory. The principle of perfection, entropy, and metaphysical symmetry. You haven't thought about those things for years. At the time, though, you didn't know what Wu was talking about. Instead, you just asked for a piece of paper. Can I have a piece of that paper? Oh, sure. She hands you a piece, and you gaze at the design dyed into it. It's cloth-like paper, the kind that gets a little stiff when you fold it. You start to fold it in half, then stop. You hadn't learned how to fold a lotus yet. This protagonist is very relatable now. Originally, you tried something different. You take a small, wait what, sharp knife out of your pocket and start to cut lines to the paper. As you cut, you keep talking. I like this one. I think there can be beauty in our flaws. I'm not someone who will go for perfection at all. And I don't think she likes that actually. Shit. There's nothing beautiful about flaws by nature. If they were beautiful, there wouldn't be flaws. Well, yeah, but that's what we define as flaws. Not my problem. People decided that laziness was a bad thing. I don't think that's right. To my old master, a perfect teacher would be authoritative and professional. Those type of teachers make me nervous. If you came in here acting that way, I would have been intimidated. But instead, we're just sitting here talking like two normal people. And that makes me feel a lot more comfortable with you being my mentor. You look up and smile bashfully at her, who opens her mouth to speak. Instead, she breathes out a sigh of relief and smiles. I'm glad to hear that. I've never taken on students before, so this is not my usual. I'm not usually comfortable with teaching new people. Wu watches you slice the cuts into the paper. After a minute, she speaks again. If you try to cut along the fold line to circumvent the problem with inexact creases, it doesn't work. 1 hour ago, I was in the math class. Reading all of this make my brain hurt. Help. You smile and don't say anything, remembering how the pattern of cuts went. When you finish, you unfold the paper and reveal an intricate snowflake. Wu's eyebrows rise, and she holds out her hand. You give her the snowflakes and watch her face light up with a smile. I never thought of cutting it like this. It's the same sort of ripple effect. One little cut affects the whole design, right? She looks up at you and nods. Yes, this is exactly what I was talking about. Can I keep it? Sure. Wu looks down at the paper lotus and picks it up with her fingertip. You can have this. You take the lotus in your palm and cradle it, looking at it from all angles again. No matter how hard you look, you can see the flaws in it. Thank you, Master Okazi. Oh, you can just call me Wu. I'm not a master quite yet. The lotus feels so small, so delicate in your hand. It would only take a tiny amount of force to crush it. Does that makes you marvel at it even more? When you look up from the lotus, you find you looking back at you. She hurriedly looks down, embarrassed. Oh, there's a wait. Wait, is it blood? There wasn't blood before, right? Wait. Actually, I don't remember. After speaking with Wu, it was time for your first session of martial art, which was required for initiates. You've never done much physical exercise as a scholar, so you were a bit nervous. Sitting on the hard wooden floor in your new workout uniform, you watch your new chief instructors enter and survey the class. My name is Master Izam. I have no idea what voice to give him, and I don't think I will give anyone voices. And I'll be your guide to your... I'm doing it. and I'll be your guide to the intricacies of physiomancy for the next several years. Some of you already know me. Here at Eton, our classes contain a mix of new students as well as the experienced. We believe in a holistic education, one where even beginners have something to teach their elders. As Master exam draws on, you notice that one girl's gaze never wavers from his face. Her back is straight as a post, and her face is dead serious. When exam calls for volunteers, the girl's arm shoot up, her jaw set and her eyes steady. He points at her and motions for her to approach. The human body contains hidden depths and subtle dimension of powers. In this class, we explore this depth hands-on. For example, when I ask Initiate Ito here to attack me, he motions for the girl to advance, and she rushes at him with surprising ferocity. She throws a punch, but in the blink of an eye, her feet leave the floor and the whole body lunges over his shoulders as he grips her arm and throws her. Damn, not even just smash her against the ground, literally just throw her away. She lands hard, but she manages to get her leg under her and leap on her feet, apparently unfazed. Master Exam nods at her, and the girl sits back down. When it comes time to pair up for the first exercise, you swallow hard when Izam pairs you with that same girl. Oh, okay, that's that type of person. Izaki Ito. Uzo is he. The girl just nods and flexes her fingers. The first exercise is meant to loosen the wrist, and starts with both partners clasping each other's forearm. One partner with their palms up, the other with their palms down. You watch Izagi tighten the bandage on her arm and lay out her hands palms up. What the hell happened to her arm, by the way? You gingerly grip her arm and her fingers wrap around yours, gentle but firm. You notice that the skin above her bandage is covered in green, black, and blue splotches, deep tissue bruises. Oh, above her bandage? What? When you raise your eyes to hers, she has that same dead serious look you saw before. Whoever has their hand on the bottom rotates their wrist. She let go of your arm, move her hand to the inside, then grip. Wait, I'm going to do it too to see what's the exercise about. So wait, they put their hands in hands, and one person has their arms up, the other has their arms down. Can I go back? Oh, I can, but I'm not sure we're gonna do it. She lets go of your arm, move her hands to the inside, then grease the top of your arm, forcing you to flip your arm over. Wait, she let go of your arm, move her hand to the inside. What's inside? Is it making a rotation? Then grips the top of your arm, forcing you. I have no idea what I'm doing with my arms, but I'm doing it. Forcing you to flip your arms over. And then you do the same. You mimic her movement by twisting your waist, moving it to the inside of her arm, then wrapping your fingers around her arm. You watch her hand make the motion again, her fingers spreading out and closing like the wings of a bird. Don't look at your hands, look at me. Startled, you raise your eyes to hers again. She has deep blue eyes, and you can tell all of her focus is on you. When you get more experience, your hands will do this automatically. It becomes an instinct. You won't hesitate. You'll just do it naturally. You gaze into her eyes, feeling your fingers moving against her skin. You can feel your palms getting sweaty. But Izaki doesn't seem to care. How long have you been a student here? 2 years. She says the words gravely, as if she's telling you how many years she has left to live. Ah, okay. Well, so, what's your focus of study? Physical augmentation. We would have guessed. Her eyes never leaves yours, and it's starting to get to you. You've learned to avert your gaze from people's eyes, but here, it seems like Izagi doesn't even care that she's staring at you. Oh, I mean, what's augmentation training like? She remains silent for an uncomfortable amount of time, her hands still rotating around your arms. It's strangely hypnotic. Have you ever... Wait, it's not treated. Treed. What the fuck is treed? Wait, treed. What? Oh. Wait, no. Wait, what? I swear, français good doesn't help me. It doesn't help me, but okay. Yeah, I've treated water. Okay, so staying it apparently it means staying it in place. Here they have you treat water with an heavy brick in... Oh, okay, so yeah, that's what it is. With a heavy brick in your arms, so you can only kick with your feet. It forces you to just keep your head above water. When you get good at that, they give you another brick. With 2 bricks, the only thought in your head is trying not to go drown. Your hands spend most of the time below the water instead of above it. All you can do is break water, take a quick gulp of air, then go back down. Wait, are they literal? That's what augmentation training is like. Make even nervous laugh, but Izaki doesn't smile. It seems like she's inspecting your soul, 1 inch at a time. That feels way too personal to ask, for some reason. You've never done any hard labor like farming or rough work, right? Yeah, I guess not. What can you tell? You're fucking weak. You expect her to say, I saw it in your eyes. From how intensely she's been staring at you. You imagine that she's been piecing together your entire life story. You weren't as soft, except your fingertips. Did you play an instrument? I did just a bit of violin as a hobby. How many years? 3 years, I think. That's not a little bit, so come on. Izagi keeps circling your wrist with her palms. You try to pay attention to the way your fingers grip and let go. The only things worth having need... the only things worth having need a lifelong commitment. That's my only advice. That's enough warming up. Time for the next exercise. Wait, when did the master say anything about that? Izaki lets go of your wrist. Your arms fall back onto your side and you're left with a ghostly feeling of her palms in the sweat cooling of your skin. After the martial arts session, you headed to the bathing chambers to wash off the sweat and change back to your scholar uniforms. You remember your next session was your first course in anatomy. As you walk into the room, Master Izam hands you an apron. Is he just the overall teacher of like everyone for everything? An apron, a pair of close glove, and a porcelain mask to secure around your mouth and nose. You put all of them on and stand against the wall with the other students, whose eyes are fixed on 12 table sets in rows. Each one has the corpse of a deer on it. The stretch of rotting meat managed to penetrate your mask, making you gag a little. What was I learning here? After a few minutes, Master Izam addresses all of you. The human body is a wondrous and complicated thing, more complex than any clock and more elegant than any work of art. Each organ has its place in the body. When you arrive at Idzan, you were told that each class of students will learn from only one master for their first 5 years. Okay, so got it. But 5 years? How many years you spent in this academy? Also, yeah, apparently the blood mark was always there, I was just dumb. According to them, each master was expected to have perfected their knowledge of all 3 areas of study: physical augmentation, artificial vessels, and regeneration. So wait, which class is this? Like, we had physical augmentation already. So it's either artificial vessels or regeneration. They're going to ask us to regenerate the dead animals. Behind your mask, you grimace at its condescending way of talking. You dread having to listen to this man for 5 more years. When he's finished with his lecture, he begins pairing pupils up and assigning them to a table. You pair with a freckled, yes, girl, who has red hair and long pale finger. Damn, she's a skinwalker. She's pushed her hair back so it hangs behind her shoulders, but loose strands seem to keep getting in her way. Yeah, she's pretty. As Isams begins going over the tools at your table and the procedure to remove the deer... Okay, that's not the regeneration at all. To remove the deer's organs, the girl picks up a small, sharp knife. You watch in amazement as she makes one clean cut down the center of the corpse's stomach, just deep enough to slice through the hide. The deer muscles are laid bare, and the girl began making lines of short, precise cut where the different muscle groups connect. You lean over to whisper to her, hoping Master Isa wouldn't notice. What are you doing? We're supposed to wait until he... That's boring. That's boring. I already know this stuff here, all this. She hands you that knife, stained with congealed blood and a yellowish fluid. She then picks up a stack of wooden trays and spreads them across the open table. I'm gonna remove the earth. I want to see the little chamber wet and flaps. You say, Bobo, is there a problem with your specimen? No, we're good. It's a good deer. Then I would appreciate it if you refrain from speaking when I'm speaking. Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. As Master Isam Johnson, you watch the girl fidget impatiently with the tool laid in front of her. Finally, the lecture is over and you're free to start examining your deer. The red-headed girl immediately grabs a different knife and picks up what she left on. So wait, each student have its own deer? How long is that? Damn. You look like you're a little sick. Is this your first course in anatomy here? Yeah, I've never done anything like this before. The girl slides her hand between the organs and pulls out a pile of intestines, which she hands to you. What a gift, thank you. You immediately drop them on one of the trays. Totally green, huh? Thought so. Once you get over the blood and stuff, it's easy. I felt that once we are 5th-year students, we get to start working on our own bodies. I always wanted to be a little taller. Is that messing with your own body kind of dangerous? You watch a girl deftly separate the organs from one another and sever the arteries connected to the earth, one at a time. Only if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, so it's very prone to problems. What was your name again? Oh right, sorry. She sets the earth on a tray and swings her head to get all of her hair behind her shoulder again, then reaches out with her gore-covered glove. You can call me Liz. What's your name? I'm Muzo. Nice to meet you. I'm setting artificial vessels for the soul here. The soul? Makes sense. I'm guessing you know a lot about surgery and stuff, huh? Yep. I spent a lot of time studying anatomy before I got here. I heard the students here were really serious, but it seems like most of them don't like to get their hands dirty. She turns to you, her green eyes seeming to focus on you for the first time. What about you? Do you care about getting your hands dirty? Depends. Are we talking about surgery or... Honestly, right now I'm just going to answer honestly. I'll see later for like... Unless, I mean... It is kind of a dating game, isn't it? No? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. I'll see later. I wonder how it's going to go if I just... I'll see. Oh, you're no fun. Why would you go to a school for physiomancy if you're afraid of blood and guts? I'm not afraid of it, I just would rather not stick my hands in chest cavities. It's messy, disgusting, and it smells bad. Well, the same goes for sex, and everyone obsessed with that. The comments take you completely by surprise, leaving you standing there for without a retort. Liz began slicing open the deer heart, carefully cutting along the contours of the muscles. Soon the whole organ is laid out like a pillar orange. If that's what she compared to sex, I'm really scared of the king she's in. She's in too. Come on, isn't this more interesting and more fun than just looking at the diagram of a dusty book? Until we get to such stuff. I guess I can understand that. Liz takes your gloved end off the table and jam it inside the deer lungs. You put it back and she laughs. Come on, boy. Life is disgusting, so don't worry so much about it. After 10 minutes, Liz finished emptying the chest cavity of the deer. You look around at the rest of the students and find that some of them have barely progressed beyond separating the muscle with their knives. I wish you would have given us something interesting like a cow. Deer are so simple. Cow have like 4 stomachs, and what is this? I'm learning a shit ton of new words. Thank you. Bezos in French is bezoar. Very helpful, that helps very much. Evidence. Evidence accumulation of digested or non-digested matter stuck in the stomach or the intestines. The more you know. You can't help but look at the gory tableau spread across the table and admire Liz's skill, not to mention exuberance. Despite some pools of blood and fluids, everything is laid out neatly on the trays, as if you were baking a morbid cake. Watching her do all this with genuine excitement and nonchalance makes you feel like this wasn't such a big deal. Maybe all that dread and disgust was only in your head. Oh hey, back to the present. Oh yeah, right, I'm dead. When you open your eyes, the smell of blood and meat still lingers in your nostril. Overhead, you can see the fireflies floating between the stalactites of the library of Gizalon. You can feel the hard stone floor beneath your back. You hear something wet move. You feel something sting in your chest. The smell of blood is strange, stronger. You're awake. Unfortunate timing for both of us. Here is the guy. Something looms over you. A person. They are wearing a smooth, shiny metal helmet that covers their whole head. For some reason, I would have just said that it was their face and I would be fine with it. It looks like it's been molded to fit their skull, and it has no eye hole. A complete set of human teeth have been built into the jaw of the helmet, giving it a terrifying grin. You raise your hand for the ground and look down at your chest. Your jacket and shirt have been sliced down the middle, and you can see that the skin once covering your chest have been peeled and pinned back with silver pins like a butterfly on a ball. Try not to scream. I was in the process of removing your lungs, and screaming is going to be, well, it's not going to be good for you. Oh, Just try. You start trying to push yourself up on your elbows, but the figure pushes you gently back down. I thought I'd check your pulse, but it looks like I was too hasty. With the edge of panic and horror, a thought occurs to you. If this man is operating on your chest, you would have seen your heart popping, wouldn't he? My heart, you should have seen this when I was alive. Oh, this? Wait a minute. This man picks up a small wooden box and lifts a blood smear out. Wait a minute, why am I still alive? The man picks up a small wooden area, okay. You let your head fall back down on the floor. These guys knew you were alive. He just didn't care. Just kill me already. Harvest my organs, whatever you want, I deserve it. Well, you're taking this better than I could have hoped. But I feel compelled to ask, why do you want to die? I don't want to talk about it. Well, you got about 2 minutes left before your body realizes it should be dead. I think that's long enough for a story. You look at this eyeless and blankly. The memories of your time at the academy filtered through your head. Rue, Izagi, lies. There's no doubt in your mind that they are dead by now. Everyone you know is gone. Killed by the plague, and it's all your fault. So we are the ones that are fucked up. What the Hey, I just wanted to study regeneration, what the hell did I do? I was the one who started the plague. Oh, and Wu too did it. Damn. Me and my mentor, Wu. Everyone's dead because of us. Now, that's a story I like to hear. You hesitate. You don't know this person at all, and digging up those memories now is almost more painful than dying. But something spurs you on. Maybe it's a deep state, the need to confess what you've done, or the desire to talk to someone, anyone, about what happened. Lou Okazi, my mentor, she was researching how to regenerate flesh and grow it. She grew all kinds of organs, but eyes were a specialty. Ah yeah, you're fitting, and this guy does not have eyes. She was trying to find a way to make the body regenerate itself, so you would never age. But she was using herself as an experiment, and something went wrong. From there, the world began to pour out of your mouth. As they do, are we going to see the mutated Wu? That's something I'm very interested in seeing. Please tell me that's in the censored version. As they do, the flood of memory, if it is in at least, a flood of memories comes from them. You never told anyone the story of what happened. You never let anyone get close enough to you to tell it. And even if you had, the gift was more than you could bear. But now that you've started, you can stop talking about the sick student, the piles, and above all the hundred of eyes. When you're done speaking, the man whistled inside his helmet. You know, I've been quite a few lives in my time, and most of them on purpose. But such a drop in the bucket compared to you. You're an accomplice to an extinction. Only a few people in history can say that. Mind if I shake your head? Just to tell people I've done it. This guy is crazy. Wait, where is his arm? Wait. Oh, okay, I see what it is. His arm is real. Wait. Oh no, it's not real actually, never mind. When I take his pose, it doesn't seem so bad. The man offers his gloved, blood-stained hand. You look at the grinning helmet and get the feeling he's mocking you. You can call me No Eyes. It's a pleasure. You wish for his hand, but you're too weak to lift it high enough. No Eyes raise a finger, as remembering. Oh yeah, I took your fucking heart. Ah, right, hold your gun. Sit tight, I'll get you some new ones. My compliments. Good. No Eyes reaches into his stat shell and began lifting out carefully wrapped white packages stained with dark spots. You said you were a student at Heaven Academy, correct? The epicenter of the plague? Yeah. I was under the impression that the study three kind of humancy there. Visceral, augmentation, and regeneration. Is that right? Yeah, they said you're three. How did you know that? I thought about attending exam once, back when I was considering where to study. So this guy is human. Wait, you're a Physiomancer? I started at one. It shouldn't be a surprise. I did open up you like a pumpkin and scoop out all of your gut, and you're still talking to me. Alright. I learned enough of it to survive this nasty little disease you and your mentor crafted. But in truth, my preferred area of study is a little more esoteric, a bit more experimental. I don't usually mess with flesh anymore. What is it? Chronomancy. You've heard the term before, but all you can remember is that it's some obscure immortality practice having to do with heavy mathematics. However, I come to realize that no matter how talented or cunning I am, I'm still stuck in this devilishly handsome body. And thanks to you, nobody is going to survive this day and age for long. So that leaves me with only one option: leave. Where are you going to? Bad question. A better one should be when I'm going. What are you talking about? No eyesight. He continues working on the organs in your ribcage. He silently hands you a small scalpel, a measure for you to hold it. Every school of immortality fight against the march of time. Bodies decay, minds go mad. Everything fades in time. Right. Hello, Grimmels. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for the earth, I guess. Wait, my chat just... Okay, no, never mind. I thought the chat on OBS just crashed. Yep, it's him, it's a guy, no eyes. Okay, wait, I read that. I'm not trying to fight time. I'm trying to slip through the cracks in it. For a moment, no eyes seemed to jitter in place, as if his body forgot where it was and froze while trying to catch up with his movements. No eyes finishes tishing up your abdomen and past your chest. All better. New heart, lungs, kidneys, Soldier 1, 2. Yours were disgusting. I can get why, with the disease and all. You lift your head and look down at your chest, then feel your torso. A line of fresh stitches run up your skin, still tender to the touch. There's no way someone could replace all those organs that quickly. It would take hours to get them all hooked up again. A few minutes. Something is deeply wrong here, but you can't tell what. Alright, thanks. I'm gonna get going now. We're not done here. His words cut through yours like a scalpel. I wonder if we'll have more of a deep voice actually. We're not done here. But I can do a deep voice anyway. Like, pretty bad. His words cut through yours like a scalpel. But you now realize it's missing from your end. I need you for something. What do you need me for? At this school you went to, you probably met some talented, knowledgeable people, right? Yeah, I need those people, or rather their ghost. And you're going to get them for me. Why don't you need them? Aren't you a Physiomancer too? I actually never finished my education in Physiomancy. I abandoned it in favor of Chronomancy. I'm an excellent surgeon, but I neglected the other aspects. Which, in hindsight, was a mistake. But now I have you. I'm willing to bet that your classmate's ghost has the right combination of knowledge to create the kind of body I need. Your mentor sounds like the right kind of person. I need people who understand physical augmentation and building artificial vessels. I wonder who. Do I have a choice in this? No. An interesting question. He leans down to his helmet inches from your face. You feel something cold and sharp against your neck, and glance down to see that his scalpel is pressed against your skin. I mean, after all I've done for you, it would be rude to refuse, wouldn't it? And if there's one thing I can't abide, it's rudeness. Go ahead, kill me. Game over. Wait, I kinda want to do it actually. Let me quickly save. Wait, wouldn't that change the flow of time? Oh, fuck it. I don't care anymore. Like I said, I'm tired of being alive. But if I have to gamble on it, I'm betting you won't. Why not? I've seen a lot of fraud in my life. And I like some of those people. You, I can take or leave. Then you're gonna have to find someone that lets you get your ghost for you. And I bet you want these ghosts a lot more than I want to keep living. No eyes, helmets seem to tear at you for a few seconds. But then you hear him start to laugh. He crescendos until No Eyes is shaking with laughter, holding his helmeted head in one hand. Finally calms down and looks at you. You're something special, kid. I like you a lot. So you want a reason to leave? Alright. You have any happy memories? Happy times in your life? For a moment, you imagine the academy with the faces of Fu, Izagi, and Eyes. Yeah? I have some happy memory? Why? Good. Now I want to imagine... Wait a sec. Okay. Now I want to imagine... The best day of your life. Imagine waking up, living through that day, and going to sleep again. And when you wake up, you get to do it again. And when you get tired of that, you move on to the different day. That's what I'm offering you. You get me those ghosts, and I can make your own happy little time loop. Once you're in there, you can do whatever you want. Say something different, do something different. Oh, so that's the promise of the game. That's what it's all about. Interesting! I like that. Once you're in there, you can do whatever you want. But so he's not telling us everything, right? Is he going to tell us that apparently we can get fucked up? You furrow your brows. You've never heard of anything like what he's describing. You can do that? Absolutely. Chronomancy is the art of reshaping time. And I'm one of the only people out there who hasn't gone insane mastering it. Or maybe he did. Just not fully. You see, some far too good to be true, but you decided to play along. Okay, I'm interested. But I want to prove that you can do it. The loop thing. I want to be sure. Fine. You want a demonstration? Get up. Pull up your sleeve. You get to your feet, grunting with pain from your stitches. You pull up your coat sleeve and No Eyes grips your arm with both ends. Then mutters a spell under his breath. As you watch, a black design begins to etch itself onto your skin. A circle, then 3 circles inside of it. Then dozen more tiny circles filling the black spaces inside. This is a little different, but I'll prove that I'm not lying to you about my abilities. As long as you have this enchantment on you, all you have to do is save the game, and go about your business. Wait, so what is this, Salzen? What is this? At any point you can decide you don't like how things played out and load a save game. If you do, you'll be back to where you were before. Go ahead, try it. Got it? I'm going to save. No Eyes reaches into his cattle and pulls out an old, rusty wheeled pistol. Yeah, he's going to shoot me. Before you can react, he pulls the triggers and you feel something hot and sharp pierce your forehead. And everything goes back. I love this so much. As he pulls the trigger, you duck your head. I love this so much. This is the kind of game I love. That just go fully manipulate the save of the user save file. I love this so much. As he pulls the trigger, you duck your head. There's a loud crack, and the bullet hits the books behind you, throwing up a cloud of dust. Nicely done. Looks like you found a reason to leave. No Eyes puts away the smoking pistol and claps you on the shoulder. Now, if we're going to be partners in this little endeavor, I think we should be honest with one another. Honesty is the foundation of trust. This guy is a villain with standards. Okay, what do you want to be honest about? I lied about replacing you out. You clutch at your chest, trying to feel the beat of your heart. Instead of a steamy rhythm in your ribcage, you feel nothing. What the? Oh, am I alive? Let's talk about that after you sign the contract. Huh? No Eyes but of coal from his satchel, along with a ragged black quill. He He unrolls a parchment, which is revealed to be blank. He whispers a few words, and the page fills with black, spidery writing, whose paragraph began to wave together like a miniature labyrinth. I've never liked handshake agreements, too informal. Contracts are much safer for both interested parties. All you have to do is sign at the bottom, yeah. Also, villains love contracts for obvious reasons. He just says that you're going to bring me the soul of 3 people who are educated in the art of artificial vessel regeneration and physical augmentation. 1 person for each discipline. In return, I will grant you the ability to move across your life timeline, etc., etc. Your eyes once over the dense, crumpled lines of writing. You're quickly lost in the complex web of footnotes and listed clauses. However, one passage catches your eyes. Breach of contract. If the contractors violate their required terms, whether willingly or unwillingly, they cede control of their soul to the employer. In such cases, the employer will use whatever means, magical or mundane, to collect the souls, which then becomes their sole property. What is part of a breach of contract? Just in case you do have any second thoughts when out of your own, this won't be a problem, will it? No eyes and use a quill, and you take it tentatively. You skim over the rest of the contract, and your eyes come to rest on the header tile. Compensation. The contractor will receive a custom-made enchantment created by the employer that will allow them to relieve, choose an employer within their life at will. You raise the point of the quill so that it hovers over the signing space. You look up at No Eyes, who's watching you with his unchanging grin. Yeah, it's a mask, that's why. I know there's something brewing in this contract. Something that's going to screw me over. You've hidden it somewhere. That's paranoia talking, which, for admirable, is misguided. I could have screwed you over 6 different ways without the contract anyway. But we are friends, remember? If you sign that, we're both getting exactly what we want and nothing less. You look at No Eyes for a few seconds, searching his walls for any trace of subterfuge. You can find any. Does that make you more worried? Are you lying to me? No, I wouldn't lie to you. Not about this. His words sound sincere, almost melancholy. It's unexpected. You look down at the contract and sign your name, then hand it back to No Eyes. Thank you. You said that if we're going to do this, we have to trust each other. Can I ask you a question? Fire away. I want to know what he's going to do with the ghost. Alright, so after I bring you this ghost and you get what you need from them, what are you going to do with them? Ah. Well, I'm gonna get pretty... You're going to eat them? Chronomancy is hard on the souls, causes it to fray. In someone else's soul to act as raw material to repair mine. What the f... It's like unraveling a tapestry and adding that thread to the rug. Except the tapestry is still conscious. Is there pain? No Eyes laughed. Pain is tied to the flesh. All pain is just your body telling you that it doesn't like something. When your mind trying to make sense of being consumed, it trying to summon up the sensation of pain to get you to run, but all it gets is this cold, empty feeling. The mind really does the soul no favors. As more of the soul starts to drain out, the mind keeps trying to keep the ego together. It's like a guy who's lost half his jigsaw picture trying to salvage a puzzle. He tries to force different pieces together, and that just makes it worse. I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm trying to make sense of it. Yeah, so what he's saying is that the mind just... The soul cannot communicate with the mind. And if it managed to communicate with the mind just can't understand what the soul wants. Which is pretty fucked up. When your soul is unraveling, your mind is spinning dreams to reassure you you're alright. But it keeps making nightmares instead. And so to the person concerned, those nightmares seem to go on forever. You know what Asymptotes? Nope. Yeah, it's a boundaries that the line on the graph approaches but never actually reaches. Exactly. As the soul unravels, it approaches annihilation, but it never quite gets there. It's fascinating actually. So the people are brewing you, they'll be living in an eternal nightmare. Why eat them? Trust me, you won't care. As soon as we get squared away, this whole reality is going to be a moot point. In this alternate world, the time version of my life, will all those people be there, even the one I give you? Soul can be destroyed retroactively. Even if I eat them, it won't hurt them in the past. You feel the pang of guilt and terror at the idea of ending your friends' souls over to be consumed, but the world you'll inhabit will just be as real as this one, and it'll be there waiting for you, safe and sound. That's very, very selfish. Because they'll just be like, even if it's a timeline, it won't be the real version of them actually. Or maybe we are not in the original timeline at all in the first place. I don't know, man, timelines are weird, like, what is the true timelines? You'll never know. Besides, being a ghost is already supposed to be an eternal torment. Trading one timeline for the other isn't that bad, right? You should a little and push the thought far, far to the back of your mind. If he's telling the truth, then there's probably a dozen timelines where they're happy and safe. So it's alright if this one turns out badly. That's a good point. It's already turned out badly. Alright. Anything else? I want to know more about you. Chocolatine said. About me? I mean, it is far in life. I'm not giving away details about me or my past. And I'm not going to start now. Why do you think I wear a mask? I told you about my past. You haven't told anyone that stuff before. Besides, we're friends, aren't we? Fine. You want to know what I did before? After I learned chronomancy? I put a bullet in my head so I could relive my life. Not a little time loop where I was in control. I relived my whole life from birth. I did that 5 more times before I mastered chronomancy. Once I was finished, I went back one last time. I went and tracked down my old colleagues, the ones who ridiculed me and ruined me. I made them understand what I had accomplished. Now, those people don't exist anymore. They have never been born. Holy shit! I'm the only one that still remembers them. And sooner or later, they won't even have that. That's who I am. I see. Anything else? No, but I already know that. Nothing else? Well, I'm glad we have this chat. I feel like we're closer already. It jitters in the air already. Again. I can't read. And you feel a weight supposedly appears in your chest. There's a new heart. See? I'm a man of my word. You admitted that you lied about replacing it. You wanted me to sign the contract first. What are you, a lawyer? You're the one who made me sign the contract. No eyes raise a finger to object, but then seems to think better of it. Touché. But some minor indiscretions aside, I think you'll find who am I? That I am, usually, a man of my world. Yeah, whatever. Like this, you're gonna need it for the souls. He reaches into the sketch shell and tosses you a leather-bound book, studded with steel fitting and a small worn block. Grimoire. Best way to capture ghosts. If you can get them to touch one of the pages, it sees them inside. I want that back in one piece. Sentimental value. You look down at the mirror and back up at no eyes. I did have one more question actually. If it's about me or my past, I'm going to squeeze your legs until you shut up. I've never cursed a ghost. I don't know how to do it. Really? I thought you were educated. I know there are rituals you can use to trust them, and some... Noise weighs his hand dismissively. Real necromancers don't need those. How do they catch a ghost? They talk to them, they calm them down, lure them into trusting them, and then convince the ghost to get into the grimoire. Ghosts want things. That's why they're still ghosts. Some want to forget the past, others want safety. And some of them just want a friend. You know these people, right? Your mentor is former classmates of yours, and you're halfway there. If they recognize you, trust you, then all you have to do is talk them into it. If that doesn't work, trick them, threaten them, scare them. They're just people after all, and people can be manipulated. But ghosts can hurt you, and they're insane. They're not technically insane. They're deluded, like most mortals are. It's a fine line. Some of them are wrapped up in anxieties or passions or desire, and much of a necromancer's job is to feel those out and figure out how to turn them to their advantage. It's easier than it looks. One of the simplest ways to get a ghost to trust you is to bribe them with something they want. If you figure out what they like, you can wheel them in with that, or if you're lucky enough to find their corpse, you can threaten it. Most ghosts still refuse to believe they're dead, so they'll try to defend their old bodies. And a lot of them get angry if you tell them they're dead, so be polite about that. I feel like this is something you'd be much better at. One last thing. I want to make sure this is crystal clear before we part ways. I'm your only hope at getting out of this reality, and your mind, remember that. It should be the last thing you think of before bed, and the first thing you think of when you wake up. I want out. I want out, even more than you. If you can't believe that, it will double cross me or try to renege. Well, people like us, we understand the limit of the body, how much blood can be lost, how much pain can be endured. Eventually, the mind becomes divorced from the flesh. Necromancy have taught me one thing. In that time, pain is a real torture. When all you have is time, the mind begins to eat itself. It realizes it's trapped in that skull, and it wants to get out. It wants to stop being awake. Reality becomes more painful than anything I could do to your flesh. And I will make sure that you stay wide awake forever. That's what's waiting for you if you break out our little agreements, understood? Yes. Noise gives a short, bitter laugh. I don't think you do, but if you cross me, you will. Count on it. Now get going. I got some books I want to track down while I'm here. If you need me, just write something in the grimoire. I'll write back when I get a chance. Write back? What does that mean by that? Alright, I'll head out then. Get off your bedroll, backpack, and there, and the rest of your thing when your eyes process the chairs. Once everything's been packed up, you effed your backpack and slip the trap over your shoulder. Goodbye, good luck, safe travels, farewell, and come back alive or I'll kill you. You start walking down the aisles, looking up at the firefly silently floating above your head. There's a question that's been nagging at you ever since no eyes suggested finding the ghost of your mentor classmate. You turn around and look back to where no eye was standing. Wait, what is it? No eyes is gone. All that's left is a feeling of dread, deep in your gut. You dread having to face Wu, Izaki, and Nice. What is it? Don't want to see me again? As you walk past the giant gate of the library, you find yourself facing the yawning dark of the cavern beyond. Okay, wait a sec, I want to check something. I'll be back in 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Also, I just saw that the Twitter account that made the game have tweeted out that I was on stream. Thank you very much for this. I would have answered if I wasn't live, I guess. Okay, so we are at the Dark Cavern. You kneel down and take out your lantern. After a few seconds of struggling to get the match to strike, it bursts into flickering light and glints off the cobblestone beneath your feet. Ooh. When you lift up the lantern, you see the faint outline of building looming around you, along with empty windows and piles of refuse. Refuse? Nazula. The city was a ruin decades before the plague hit. But 2 centuries ago, it was a jewel of the underground. One by one, however, the lights went out as people migrated to the surface, leaving only a lonely few down here. You'd heard stories about the last people who stayed down here, how they slowly went mad from the loneliness in the dark. Some could notice the difference between the darkness of the caves and the darkness behind their eyelids. You slip the box of matches back into your satchel, and your hand brushes against a smooth, battered box inside. You found it a few months ago while looting some of the empty houses in the outer canton of the city. My foot is starting to hurt. I'm probably still going to continue playing for a while, but my foot is starting to hurt. I'm really not used to talking that much. Especially not reading, as you can see. It's a portable seeker board, the kind that folds in half, with compartment for the pieces and the cards. It rattles slightly when you walk, but even thought you'll never expect it to play with anyone you kept it. But it was what? A seeker board. What seeker? What is this game? What's the seeker game? Okay, I can't find it. Nope, I don't know this game. Okay. It rattles slightly when you walk, but even thought you never expected to play with anyone, you kept it. I should just get rid of it. But you know you won't. It brings back too many memories. You walk up the street, guiding yourself by memory to the western quarter of the city. After spending 5 years on here, you can understand that silence and darkness can serve as a medium for thought. You've had plenty of time to practice reconstructing your memories, whether it is the shapes of the people's face or the pitches of their voice. You find one of the old railings that runs along the street and use it to guide yourself down the path that leads to the grand staircase. You descended the grand staircase 5 years ago when you were running from the plague above. You never expected to climb to the surface again. As you walk, you dim your lantern and close your eyes, letting the railing under your hands guide you. Memories are the only things left down here. You reach back in your mind, sort through the chronology of your time at Itzal. You grimace as you think about your second week there. Second flashback. After your first week, you begin to realize how differently the academy handled its courses of study. First was the instructor. Instead of different teachers for different subjects, each class of students learned of their subject for the same teacher. My boss. Instead of having entry-level courses with only 5th-year students of all different years attended your classes. Instructor would deliver lectures that were half directed at junior students and half at senior ones, mixing the lesson into a messy college. Some students were already advanced in one way of study, but were learning the basics of another in your class. It was all part of its own rhizomatic style of teaching, where every student learned about all the dimensions of physiomancy holistically. In theory, everything was supposed to weave together into a beautiful tapestry of knowledge. In practice, it was a nightmare. In your mind, a familiar scene unfolds. You had come to Rue's office early in the morning at the end of the second week, carrying a notepad full of your confused scrawlings and the hope that she could sort it all out. You knock lightly on the office door. The door opened, and Rue's surprised face appeared on the other side. Oh, hello, Zu. What I bring you here? I was looking for some help with my coursework. I feel like it is getting a bit over my head. Sure, come in. We can talk more about that. You walk into her office and find her desk stacked with paper and books. A lone chair faces it, apparently reserved for students. Along with the familiar bookcases and a chalkboard mounted on the wall is a bulging sack, made from colorful fabric in the corner. It looks large enough to be used as a chair. Wu pushes aside some stack of papers and rolls up a few scrolls to clear space on her desk, then sits down and folds her hand in front of her, looking at you expectantly. You ease yourself into the chair on the other side of her desk. Your memory of your earlier awkward conversation with you returns to you. She seemed like a nice person, but you're not sure if she'll be able to help. So, I'm learning about the soul body matrix. There's a fucking matrix in the soul. And I can't figure out what the meeting place between body and soul is and how it works. I don't even know how to do a mathematical matrix, and you're telling me you're learning how to do soul matrices? Whose eyes light up? Oh, well, I can help with that. Think of it like this. When a baby is born, I thought it was some mathematical thing. When A equal baby, when A equal A, baby is born. It's still attached to the mother with an umbilical cord. That cord has many special properties that you don't find in either the mother or the child. The metaphysical tissue that connects the soul to the body is similar. Its composition, while its nature, is separate from the person's soul, body and soul. So what is made of them? Well, that's what's interesting. The geometric pattern left in ways by the connective tissues are quite singular. What's in ways mean? What you have it means imprinted or in residua, which is like residue left behind by magic. Okay, so the geometric pattern left behind by the umbilical thing between soul and body. Oh, it's not really an umbilical cord. It's not a single physical one, at least. There's actually 5 points in the body that anchors the soul, anchor the body to the soul. So that's actually 5 umbilical-like structures, technically. Maybe it would be helpful if I drew it out. She gets up from her desk and heads up to the chalkboard. She starts sketching the outline of the human body, starting with the head. As you watch, she draws and then erases her sketches, trying to get the line just right. Her eyes dart to you when she turns her head to sketch some long straight lines. You realize that her whole body is stiff and shaking slightly. Okay, so there's 5 points to the body with just material tissue. Wait a second, what about the geometric pattern you mentioned? I wanted to talk about that first. Oh, that's too advanced for a first year. Then why did you bring it up? You see through a rambling 10-minute lecture from Rue that covers much of the same material that Master Izam explained. You want to interrupt her to get to your questions, but Rue's nervous energy and breakneck speaking pace make you afraid that she'll fly apart if you derail her. It's frustrating because she keeps touching on concepts that are far, far beyond what you can understand, and breezing past them as if you should already be familiar. As you race through the concepts, you feel panic rise in your gut. She is not going to be of any help. You realize that you're probably going to get farther and farther behind in your classes as more and more material gets thrown at you. It's only a matter of time before your first exam, and then you'll fail out of your writing study courses. You can see it all collapsing in front of you. Your academic career, your life, your chance at immortality. As Wu's voice trades off. Wait. As Wu's voice trails off, sorry, my throat hurt a bit, you realize that she's winding her way into a conclusion. And that's body soul matrices, basically. Basically. Does that make sense? Her eyes search your face for some sign of comprehension. And you notice her fidgeting with a nub of chalk in her hands. You have a long, solemn sight and shake your hand. Sorry, I'm still not getting it. You went over everything this was a deal, but I'm still confused. Wu opens her mouth, then lets out a shuddering breath. A shoulder drops. Okay, I can walk through this with you again if you want. I don't think it's gonna help. The way you teach is just like the other instructors. It's like a big tangle of advanced stuff and basic stuff. Well, it's a style of mindset. It's supposed to show how knowledge is contained in the web, rather than built like a pyramid with basic concepts. Her words rise up, but she seemingly loses the conviction to argue with you. I feel like every time I learn about any single idea, I have to go down a rabbit hole to understand it. And that just led to another idea, and so on. It's frustrating. If that's how this place works, then I can't learn this way. Then it's your turn to trade off. You stare at the note on your lap, and exhaustion follows your body. Ruth just stands there helplessly, still fidgeting with her chalk. You shrug and pick up your notes. I think I'm gonna study in my room. I took a lot of notes, so I'm going to try to sort through them again. Thanks, sir. As you move to the door, Ruth turns around and looks forlornly at her chalkboard, which is now covered in a mess of various diagrams. You step over the threshold of the office, back into the hallway. You can feel your future looming ahead, and this moment fading away. As you reach back to pull the door shut, however, you pause. You step back into Ruth's office with a frown. When I get the umbilical cord from a baby, what does I do with it? Huh? I believe they keep it in a jar and burn it, I think. So what's happened to the body-soul umbilical cord? When someone's soul leaves their body, it disappears. But the stuff it's made out of, where does that stuff go? It doesn't go anywhere. It vanishes from existence. All that's left behind is its shape, imprinted in the body and soul. Oh, so is that the explanation why a ghost can't go back into its body? Because the cord that link the body and the soul had just disappeared? That's a funny, that's cool that it explains a bit, because that's one of the big questions I think you can have about ghosts. It's like, why don't ghosts just go back into their body? Why they just can't do that? So that's kind of funny that there's an explanation here. I think at least. I think that's an explanation as to why ghosts can't go back to their body. The magical pattern of the body-soul umbilical cord is sketched in the top corner. A circle with 3 circles nested in it, and even more circles within those circles. Once it's severed, it shatters the soul, or at least the part of the soul we recognize as ourself. That's why ghosts act so strangely. Their sense of self has been shattered. It's one of the great mysteries of metaphysics, actually. although these intangible threads that hold together our souls just vanish. You don't know? Some scholars here have theories. They think the magical bond between body and soul remains intact, but invisible to us. I subscribe to a more radical view. What's that? Wu turns to and opens her mouth to speak, but immediately waits. It's very complicated. Oh. She stands there awkwardly, but you can see her mind churning. Wait a sec. She goes to her desk and takes out a bin of wooden blocks. There are cubes, pyramids, and even dodecahedrons. You follow her and sit down in the chair again, watching her pick out the one she wants. I use these as aids for drawing out diagrams for the chalkboard sometimes. Wu begins assembling cubes into 4 crude walls, then puts a big, square bottom pyramid block on top of them. She looks up at you wearily. Let's say that this is her house. It has 4 walls and a roof. It's there, and you can touch it, smell it, taste it. She pats the side of the little cube house, demonstrating how real it is. You nod, unsure where she's going with this. Now, if I take away the blocks and put them in the bin, then shuffle them around. She slides the cube house into the bin and shakes the box, bumping a stack of books off her desk in the process. Oh, whoops! don't worry about it. So, look in the bin. Where's the house? Do you see it in there? You look into the bin, but all you see is a jumble of blocks. Well, no. The shape of the house isn't something that it disappears when all of the pieces are broken apart. It's just an idea or a concept. Wu nods and sets down the bin. So what I'm seeing is that the umbilical cord between body and soul disappears in a similar way. The thought strikes you, and for a moment you feel like it's all coming together. Then another thought swiftly dispels the first one. You say that umbilical cord makes a mark for. How can it make an imprint on the body and soul if it's just an idea? Well, the idea of a house is etched into your mind, isn't it? You had to learn it as a child. And that's a kind of mark too, isn't it? It may be the same before, more conception of ourselves, the ego. When the soul looks out through the body's eyes as into a mirror, it sees the flesh, not the soul. We see our faces, our arms, our legs, our torso. And you didn't need to precise that, but okay, our sexual organs. The shape or view of ourselves. It just so happens that those same body parts have been identified as the 5 anchors that tethers our bodies to our soul. You nod slowly, then take out your notebook and start writing down notes. And when we die, we see our body from the outside and realize that our face and our bodies are just a lot of myths. We don't recognize yourself. It's a traumatic experience to see that all that dead flesh and bone isn't really you. I think it creates a kind of psychotic break. So what's really keeping our soul bound to our bodies? That's a question about soul transmigration. And that means delving into the nature of the soul. Wu gets up and starts erasing the chalk marking on the board. She starts drawing new figures, but continues speaking while she does. Then they even figure out the nature of the soul. While she walks you through more and more abstract concepts of the body and soul, you start seeing the hazy outline of how one subject connects to another. You stop her a few times to ask questions from your courses, and she slowly, arduously breaks each of the problems down to the basics. You can tell it takes you a lot of effort to explain things in a way that you can understand, but she seems intent on answering every single question you have. It takes a long time, but you're so relieved to be making some progress through your sea of confusion that you don't care. After a while, she runs out of space on the chalkboard and starts drawing on the floor with a new piece of chalk. She begins for you to crouch next to her as she answers a particularly complicated question about contagious magic. This sounds important, contagious magic. So you see how this invisible tethers connects back to the original subject, the soul. She squirms a bit as she tries to lean forward. You watch her stand up, unbutton, wait what? A jacket, and hang it to the hook of a wall. Oh, okay, never mind. She stretches her back slightly, then crouches back down next to you and then out of sight. That's better, sorry. So the soul retains the invisible connection. When the two of you finally sit back and stretch your legs, the floor is covered with diagrams and annotation. Your eyes can barely stay open, and you seem sponge drunk for the sheer amount of thinking, writing, and talking she's been doing. She looks up at the grandfather clock in the corner of the office and yawns. Oh, it's 4 in the morning. You do a lazy double take at the clock, then go on. Oh god. I have classes in a few hours, totally on purpose, and yawn. You raise a hand nonchalantly, as if to say, don't worry. I can write you a note excusing you, it's fine. I don't want to miss a whole goddamn day of lectures. I just got my head above water with... You stop as you realize that you curse in front of your mentors. You look over at Wu, who is now sitting against the wall. She smiles a little at your embarrassment, but quickly hides it behind her hand. I admire your seriousness either way, it's your choice. You can already see Wu slowly drifting off to sleep. You quickly gather your notes, new and old, and shuffle them into a pile. Alright, I'm gonna get going. Wu wears away in farewell before it flops on her laps. Good night, good work. The next morning, you want to wake up at 8 o'clock to get to martial arts training. It was absolute hell. It was cold and windy when you left the dormitory, which made your head itch and the invitation even harder to ignore. You're thankful to finally stumble into the dojo, which is warmed by the large wood stove in the corner. Okay, instead of stretching, you spend the minute before class leaning against the wall near the stove, trying to store up enough strength to continue on. When class begins, you realize in hours that today is going to be solely focused on physical conditioning. You and the other junior students are instructed to take wide stance, stretching your legs, as if you're riding horses. A squad of senior students begins walking down the line, setting bricks atop each junior's thigh. Into the corner of your eyes, you see the senior student pressing down on the student's shoulder, making sure that their thighs are horizontal to the floor. Your legs have already begun to ache, and you groan internally at the thought of holding this position for more than a few minutes. When one of the senior students kneels down to balance bricks on your legs, you realize that it's Izagi. She presses down on your shoulder, forcing you deeper into the stance. But instead of walking away, she stands in front of you. You glance to your left and see that each junior student is being watched by a senior student. 15 minutes, starting now. If you break through, the time starts over. You feel the world crush your soul into a small dry lump. 15 minutes, I can barely imagine us in 5. Izagi stares at you with her hands behind her back as the strain of your legs on your legs builds. It's almost as if her gaze has a wave on its own. You glance down the line and see the sullen, determined faces of your classmates. Each one is staring into the stomach of their senior. You grit your teeth and tighten your body. Maybe if you can tense your body hard enough, you can hold down. Relax, you'll hurt your muscle. Izagi's words were sharp and matter of fact. You sign and loosen your body, but one of the bricks begins to tether. You shift your foot to try to get the brick balanced again, but it slides off and clatters onto the floor. Izagi immediately leans down and sets the brick back on your leg. Oh my god, 15 minutes. Here we go. Then she goes back into her things like staring. You last for about 3 more minutes before you stand up and send the brick clattering to the floor again. Again, come on. Oh my god. Listen, I woke up from mentally 4 in the morning last night. I didn't get enough rest for this. You can have a watch for me, she for me to write a note, so... Izagi just stands there, holding a brick in each hand. In extreme condition, your body finds hidden reserve of strength. You can make it if you're determined enough. You sign into a command. Everyone else is still holding the stance. None of them has dropped a brick. You squawk down again and grimace. Izagi presses you lower and sets the brick on your thighs once more. You immediately feel the pain building in your legs again, but you try to drown it out of your head. You let your mind wander and slip down into the exhaustion. You feel the ache become more distant when it's not completely gone. You're still conscious of Izagi's gaze on you, so you close your eyes. You start to feel your mind drifting towards sleep, but you keep a tenuous grip on the thread of consciousness. You wonder how muscle your legs are going to be by the end of this. You wonder how muscle Izagi's leg are by now. You wonder if your entire body is covered in muscle. Wait a sec, you wonder what the kind of a body looks like beneath a uniform. Sir, you're going, hey you. You only realize that you're falling backward once you've passed the point of no return. Your gut tightens, and you screw your eyes shut even tighter as you wait for the impact. Your back collides with the hard wooden floor, followed by your head. Oosh, the bricks tumble into your chest and you groan. When you open your eyes, Izagi looms over you, cold and impassive. You give up? No, but I can't keep doing this. You can if you try. She offers you her hand and you grasp it. She pulls you easily to your feet and slaps the back of... Wait, what? And slaps the back of your thighs. It feels like your legs are asleep, but the moment she slaps them, lightning bolt of pain shoots through your muscle. You collapse to your knees, but Izagi keeps a grip and holds you up. She gets you set on your foot again, then presses on your shoulder until you're back in the stance. You clench as your eyes shut and try to breathe. When Izagi puts the bricks on your thighs, you feel your legs go numb again. You open your eyes to focus on anything but the feeling in your thighs. I don't remember, but are there CGs in this mod, I wonder? I don't remember if there are any CGs. You open your eyes to focus on anything but the feeling on your thighs. Maybe there are, but the censored version removes them, I don't know. If you notice, because something I noticed is that apparently No, I don't think I have reached any part of the game enough to talk about it like that. But it kinda, from the look of it, kinda felt like the uncensored version is like... Well, obviously it contains everything. It's like you can play the censored version, but the uncensored version is a better one to play. That's what I meant. You notice the other junior students standing up and shaking their legs. Their 15 minutes are up, you realize. Izagi doesn't look at them, but her fist curls up a bit tighter as she watches you. You can tell she's getting impatient. Her cold stare is getting annoying. You don't need her looking at you while you go through this excruciating pain. After about 2 minutes, you let out the painted ground and stop suddenly. The brick fly off your legs and almost hit. Hey, watch it! Oh god. Something was here, initiate. I was up until 4 in the morning with my mentor. I cannot doing this, not today, can I? You should be coming to class each day ready to perform to your fullest. Balancing your study is your responsibility as a student. I know, but I just can't hold this position for this long today. I'll do something else if I can't make it up. Izam seems to think for a moment, then kneel down and feel the muscle on your legs. His grip is rough but precise. When he stands up, he looks to Izagi. He appears to have strength. His arm swings. What would you recommend, Initiate Izagi? A response is immediate, as if she'd been holding into it for a while. Stretches, then a short run. One? Wait, what's 1 mile? Well, I think it's close to 1 kilometer or something. No, it's probably not close, but it's something close, at least, maybe. Tech initiates Zimi on a 1 mile run around campus. Izam turns back to you. You bow to him and mumble a thank you. Then he walks away. You only with Izagi glowing at you. Let's go. Whoa. It's winter. She leads you outside, where it's as cold as ever. Izagi starts to stretch in silence and you follow suit. After a few minutes, you feel your legs become a bit less stiff and painful. But you know you'll still be slow on the run. Alright, let's get this over with. Izagi starts to jog down one of the paths, cutting across the campus, and you follow behind her. Soon, you're almost caught up with her, for she always seems 1 or 2 strides ahead. Could you slow down a bit? You get no response, and Izagi doesn't slow her pace. You jog in silence for a while, feeling your legs return to normal. You pick up your pace, sucking more cold air into your lungs. Soon you're side by side with her, and you see her give you a sidelong glance. You try to speak beneath breath. I guess it's a feeling you're fed up with me. Izagi says nothing, she just keeps jogging. You strike me as a solitary type, who doesn't like walking with others. Izagi speaks easily, as if talking and running at the same time is second nature. I work fine with people. I just don't like being held back. Thank you very much. That's kind of funny, because I also get the feeling not many people can keep up with you. Not many people are like me. I've learned not to be disappointed. You seem disappointed at me after all. I don't know, you seem pretty disappointed. No, just annoyed. I'm going to talk the whole time. Now I need to breathe. You run on in silence. You try to keep pace with Izagi, but she slowly pulls ahead of you. The path takes you both to the east side of the campus, away from the looming buildings and into the vast park filled with barren trees. Suddenly she veers off the path and heads towards the river when you get alongside the train. She jumps off the bank and hits the rocky shore, then dash across a series of stepping stones in the water to a stony island at the center of the river. You hesitate at the bank, but Izagi turns around to face you. The mist hovering above the river shrouds her in white fog. She cups her hand around her mouth and shouts to you. Head back to the dojo. I'm going to do some of my own training. Has it been a mile already? Izagi is trying to lose you. She expects you to turn back and give up. Disappointment in everything about her. She thinks you're pathetic. You slide down the bank and walk up to the water. The river is only 3 feet deep, but you can tell it's ice cold. Oh wait, I just noticed you can't fully see the text. Okay, that's fun like that. I like it. Oh wait, maybe I can put myself on the other side actually. Oh yeah, I can. I fit perfectly. The stepping stones look dark and slippery, but they are flat and well worn, as if they've been tread on many times. You shoot Izagi one more glance. She's still standing on the island, watching you. You leap into the first stone and feel your foot find purchase on the smooth surface. You immediately swing your other leg forward. Your inertia carries you across 1, 2, then 3 more stones until you're halfway across. As soon as you land on the 4th stone, however, your legs falls in on itself and you stumble sideways, crashing into the water. Eating the freezing water makes you feel like you've hit solid bricks, and you immediately scramble to get your legs under you. In your single mind and desperation to get out of this freezing river, you push yourself downward, so your feet touch the bottom. Then you jump with all your might to breach the surface. Your head, shoulder, and chest break into the chilly air, and you find yourself staggering across the river, the icy water reaching up to your stomach. You trudge forward, one heavy step at a time, until you're standing on the rocky shore in front of Izagi. You wipe the water from your eyes and gasp for more air, but you refuse to look away from Izagi's blurry face. You can hear. Wait a sec. You can hear her blow a short burst of air through her nose, as if she's amused. You're going to get hypothermia. Very amused she is. Yeah. I'm being serious. Your body's core temperature is going to be dropping low enough for hypothermia. You shrug and raise your arm helplessly. Your teeth and chattering uncontrollably. This doesn't sound bad. Do you know the best thing for fighting hypothermia? You slowly shake your head. Running. You stand there with your options. It feels like you've been punched in the gut 4 times since you woke up today. And it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, so why not put your hand down and just slug through it? Fine, this bucket touched off. By the time you and Izagi make it back to the campus, you're wearing your wet shirt tied around your stomach and your torso is bare to the cold. Your pants are tied around your waist, with a chunk of the fabric covering the front of your underwear. Some people stop and watch you and Izagi pass, but you're too exhausted to care about being ridiculed. By the time you get back to the dojo, class has already ended and the room is empty. So you and Izagi head to the stove in the main room. The warmth of the dojo is heavenly, and the stove heat is almost enough to bring feeling back to your finger. How do you feel? You fall to your knees in front of the stove, rolled into your back, and half-heartedly fumble with a wet knot of clothes around your waist. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. I want to die. Izagi walks over and helps you untie your shirt, sleeve wrap around your waist, but leave your pants. She then straightens up and warms her hand at the stove. But did she have a different expression? Yes, she did. She just smiled. At the beginning of the run, if I had asked you if you could make it back there after being thrown into a river, you would have said no. Probably, yeah. But here we are anyway. Yeah. You close your eyes and listen to Isagi's footsteps as she crosses the wooden floor of the dojo. You can hear the entrance door opens and shut. You sigh in relief and let yourself drift off to sleep. Luckily, you have a few hours before your anatomy class. You sleep half naked on the floor of the dojo for most of the time. When you wake up, several of the students are training alone, but no one seems to care about you or the wet clothes on the floor. You're thankful that no one threw you out, but you quickly realize how hungry you are and how dry your throat feels. You change into your scholar uniform with your eyes half shut, button it up and stiff with stiff ends, then head to the cafeteria to get some soup. On the way there, you pass a large clock in the hall and you realize how mild alarm how late it is. You can either get to your anatomy class on time without food, or get something to eat and drink and get there 30 minutes late. And you're deeply exhausted, still sleep deprived, man, you're already dead. You chose to be late. Damn. You look back at them through bleary, bitter eyes and find a seat near the back. It looks like the lecture for today is already over, so people are working on group assignments. Oh god, Master Isam shadows loom over your desk. Fucked up you are, child. Tardy, initiate silly. You barely raise your eyes to look at him, and not stoically. Yes, I am. Any particular excuse, or should I consider it simply contempt for the course material? My hypothermia, I fell in a river while on the run with Izagi. Hey, he is smiling. I don't like this face, it mocks me. Izam seems amused by your answer and waits a while before speaking again. Then I think Initiate Izagi has punished you enough for today. Please be more responsible in the future. You may join that group over there. Izam hands you a slim green workbook and you take it wearily. You lock the book and notebook over to a group of 5 students gathered around a rectangular table. Hey, join your lovely little group? You realize that the unbearably cheap overalls belong to Lies. You form a dissection partner. Yeah. We're going over the material and immaterial? Oh, material and immaterial system of the body. You already covered circulatory, muscular, and waste. We're doing the body soul structure now. Oh! Funny you speaking about that. Matrix. Huh? It's a matrix, not a structure. It's a collection of structures, both soul and body. That's a matrix. You're not sure why you feel the need to correct her. After your long talk with Rufo, it just feels weird to use a long term. I guess you're right. Then, how about you walk us through this stuff then? You seem like you know what you're talking about. You slowly put the textbook out and toss the cover to the side, flipping through the papers until you get to the bookmark section. There's 5 subtle anchor, I still don't know, for the soul within the material body. You recite the key points from your hours-long study session with Ru in monotone. At this point, most of the terminology and concepts are burned into your mind from so much repetition. As you talk, you notice your classmates feverishly taking notes and filling out a little green workbook. You close your eyes halfway through the recitation, and when you're done, you open them to find that everyone is staring at you. What? I think we just wonder what happened to you. You look like you're barely alive. You look around at the rest of the group and shrug. You don't have the energy to explain the whole story. This guy is in a fucking mood. Up until 4 in the morning, ran a mile after I woke up, walked through a freezing river until went back in the cold. Not that part. Only the first sentence is a mood. Wait a second, you're the naked guy. Was when you across campus with Izagi this morning? I was naked, I was wearing underwear. Everyone else at the table burst into laughter. You look around groggily at them, I'm not sure if they are laughing at you or in sheer incredulity. Can we just please get through whatever we have to do? The laughter dies down, but everyone at the table is still whispering to one another. You ignore them and look down at the textbook. What else do we have to cover? Well, since you basically did all our work for us when it comes to body soul matrix, why don't you tell us about the skeletal system? I'm not gonna do all the work for you guys. The other girls at the table start giggling and whispering again. One of them slides a notebook towards you. She points at the 5th ensure for the soul, the one associated with the primary sex organ. Before she can formulate the question, she and her friend burst into laughter. You grimace and push the notebook back towards her. I'm going to work alone. You stand up and sit down at an empty table, then start walking through your slim workbook. Behind you, you can hear the people at this table talking about you. They don't say your name, but you know who the E's and Ims are. When it's time to turn in the workbooks, you've already finished yours in A's. Some of it was on the material you missed today, but Ruth's crash course on the internal nature of the body and soul seems like you covered the major points. You're too exhausted to feel a sense of accomplishment and overcoming the assignment by yourself. So when class ends, you just head to your dormitory. I already had something like that. Not of the soul, obviously. Something where you were just so exhausted at the group that I just leave it and made something on my own. And managed to do in the rest of the class what they were supposed to do in a few... I don't remember how many hours. Like you could say that we had 4 hours and in 1 hour I was able to do what the group was supposed to do in 4. Like they were very annoying and not so kind, we could say. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm telling this actually. That's the story, little story of my life, I guess. before the world ended. On the way, however, you realize it might be a good idea to get something hot to drink. You take a detour to the cafeteria. You join the line for orders and start counting out coins. That's when you hear someone walk up behind you, followed by a familiar voice. Well, hello again, Yuzo. Fancy seeing you here. Do you think this is fate? You turn around and try your best to look as terrible as you feel. I think you followed me. What? No, I'm not that desperate. What are you waiting in line for? Something hot to drink. Oh, me too. That gives me an idea. How about I buy you your drink, and you tell me the whole story about your half-naked run? You know you don't have a lot of money, but is your time that you really want for a drink? Yes! Yes! Only if you gave me some soup too. That's done. A few minutes later, you find yourself sitting at the round table next to Liz. You blow in your soup and suck some from a spoon, but it's still too hot. Did you already study artificial vessel before you came here? What? No, why? You knew a lot about the whole body-soul thing. Seemed like a familiar topic for you. No, I just learned about it recently. My mentor, Ru, she basically gave me the whole rundown last night. The whole rundown? It's not the kind of thing that you just pick up in one night. Yeah, well, it took until 4 in the morning. I see. Liz pulls out a silver flask and take a swing. She slurps your soup noisily and greedily starts tipping the bowl down your throat. So, about this running thing. It wasn't on purpose and I wasn't naked. Let's start from the beginning. You recount your long tutoring session with Ru, your excruciating time in martial art class, and your words with Izagi to the river. You explain how she ran across the rocks, but leave out the part about challenging you to turn back. You finish up with you collapsing in front of the stove back at the dojo. So you are trying to keep up with Ito and basically messed up and had to run back there pantsless in the cold. Yeah, it's stupid, I know. It's brilliant! I think it made for a great story. You say so. Did you get any frostbite? Do you still have all your fingers and toes? Please grab your left hand and inspect your fingertips. But there's no trace of any black frozen flesh. I can just imagine the thing. The guy was so tired and only now you can look at his hand and he's like, oh, yeah, I lost my hands. Shit. Well, that happened. Beep. That was bad, but I felt like I was going to die. It's funny though. As soon as I walked out of the river, I felt like I couldn't feel any worse than I did right then. I didn't think I'd be able to walk, let alone run. But I just closed my eyes, lowered my head, and kind of slogged through it. It was like I was in a trance, and I still feel awful, but I'm kind of proud I could get past the here alive. What kept you going? Was this something or someone you were thinking about? Hey, it's not like that. You stared your soup bowls, which is now mostly empty. I knew that you had to get back here. I couldn't miss classes or fail out of the academy. That would mean my whole life up to now has been pointless. I'm guessing you take the whole school thing pretty seriously. It's what I've got. If I fail here, then it's back to being a scribe or something in a warehouse. This is my chance to make something for myself. Of myself. Once I'm immortal, I'll have forever to do what I want with my life. You know that most people die before they become immortal, right? Even the students here. A lot of people don't get it right, get too old, or end up with cancer or something. I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be the last human on Earth. Technically, that can count as immortality. You're the last one alive. Nobody else can outclass you as alive. So, except for no eyes, I guess. But he's a special kind of person, I think. Liz holds up her palms and smiles, as if to say, okay. You look over at her and take a drink from your cup. What's your plan area of study? Physical augmentation? So, what? So I can be like, get you Izagi Ito? No, I'm studying artificial vessel. I think I told you that earlier. Then why do you know so much about surgery and anatomy? Isn't the whole point of a vessel that you don't have to worry about organ inflation? Wait a sec. Okay, I also drink also a bit, but I just realized something. The noise of the hearing comes directly from my neighbor's apartment. Talk about isolation. And they told me that there was enough isolation for a singer. That's obviously worrying. Anyway, I don't care about that anymore. Then why do you know so much about surgery and the anatomy? Isn't the point of the vessel that you don't have to worry about organs and flesh and stuff? Only people who understand the flesh have the knowledge to escape it. Besides, I want to make it to that point. I don't want my liver to fail before I can ditch it. Light stands up from the table and brush off the sleeve of her jacket. Anyway, thanks for story time. It was a blast. I'll see you in class. Wait a second. What? Are you gonna spread a story about me running across campus? Well, everyone's already talking about it. I was just getting the official story. But you're gonna tell more people about me, aren't you? I can tell you like to talk. This sits back down and dips her head from side to side, as if she's deciding whether to or not she's agree with you. If you're worried about me bath moving you, you don't need to. I just prefer if people didn't talk about me. Like I said, the boat has sailed, because they're already talking about you. I'm just gonna tell them the truth. Plus or minus some little detail. Ever heard the saying, it was so cool my nipples could cut glass? I was thinking of adding that in. Artistic license to spice it up. Yes, there are lies. Whoops. Bruce's brilliant smile never wavers. You drive your eyes away from her sight. Let's make another thing. You tell people the real story, no embellishment. In return, you can buy me. I know that. You already made a deal for your story. How about your soup? That was for me telling you the real story, not the right to tell other people. It's like putting someone else's autobiography. I'm not made of soup money. I told you, someone else knows, apart from Izagi. I know she won't talk about it, because she's not a gossip. Gossip. If people mention the same detail I told you, I know who told them. And then what, you're gonna hunt me down? I'll think of something. I can be creative. She got her tongue and only between her teeth, then narrowed her eyes. Bullshit. You're not a statistic type. Wanna bet? You don't know what you'll do if lies spread lies about you, but you're hoping that being vague is enough to keep her from going overboard. You stare at her with your dead-ass looking eyes, trying to convince her you're intimidating, not bone-tired. Fine, I'll keep the artistic license to a minimum. But once it comes out of my mouth, I'm not responsible for what other people say. She tosses you 6 small coins, which clings on a wooden table. Enjoy yourself, Puzo. When you emerge from the memory, you'll find yourself back in the pitch darkness of the underground. Terror cuts through your chest as you realize that your lantern has gone out. And you don't know where you are. You fumble in the dark with your matches, trying to light your lamp again. Around you, there's only the dark, the cold dark, and the dull roar of emptiness. Whoa. Finally, the lantern sparks back to life. Look around and find the broken wind towers of Lazula looming over you. The one glow of your memories fades, leaving you alone again. Shuttered, decaying shops and mansions stretch up and down the street, and piles of broken furniture litter the ground around you. You peer up and down the street, casting around your lantern's light to try and get your bearing. You spot a familiar building you had. The Grand Bank of Lazula. That means you're getting closer to the grand staircase and closer to getting out of the underground. You take a step forward and feel something beneath your boot. You kneel down to pick up a tarnished silver necklace, then you drop to the ground again. You're standing amidst the bracket of 1,000 lives, maybe 10,000. This is all it adds up to, you think bitterly. Dust and trash, all the warmth fades, and so do the people, until all that left are the memories. While you work your way towards the north edge of the city, you start finding piles of furniture. Towers of chairs are precariously arranged into 20-foot columns, and tables of different sizes are stacked even higher. The more piles you find, the more you become sure that they are not the work of human hands. Your suspicions are confirmed a few minutes later when you find a rotting wooden wall stirred with thousands of nails. You look closer and find that the nails are clustered in some place and spread out over others. You take a few steps back and recognize the silhouette of a person's warped face in the arrangement of the nails. It's unmistakably the work of a ghost. You look around, but there's nothing moving around you. You dim your lantern and start working away quickly. Oh, you pull back your sleeve and mark this point in time. Yes, sir. The way no I showed you. After that, you walk on, your eyes moving over the shadow at the edge of the lantern light. From what you know, something changes in a person when they die. Some scholars describe it as like breaking a mirror. All the pieces of a person are still there, but they are spider-webbed with cracks. Most ghosts can't remember who they are, or even put together the jumbled memories. Instead, they latch into a few of them. Ghosts obsess over echoes of things from their past lives, driven by old guilt, lust, or regrets that they can't articulate. They spend hours counting things over and over, or having the same conversation with someone who isn't there. It's not accurate to call them insane. A better word might be inhuman. Their minds don't function the same as the mortals. Still, you can recognize patterns in what they do. Some scholars know how to speak to them, either size them or seal them away. But that was a different kind of study. The most important thing to know about ghosts who were told is that they are all searching to fill a hole in themselves. Some try to fill it by collecting things, trinkets, jewelry and so on. Others try to fill the hole by eating huge amount of food. Or was a ghost. Many of them would try to possess people to replace their own lost bodies. But some of them would try to take your organs. They could not understand that taking someone's blood and flesh would not make them alive again. All you know is that you're dreaded meeting one down here. When you get a good distance away from the towers of furnitures, you kneel down and set your lanterns on the ground to add more oil to it. Oh, as you look around, you spot another point of light in the distance. Oh damn. Far down the streets. You pick up your lantern and walk towards it, trying to peer at the source of the light. You realize that it's tinted blue. Oh, that's a light. That's a ghost? Which makes you nervous. As you walk closer, you see that the light is hovering over the shape of the ground, a body. When you get close enough to get a good look at the light, it suddenly goes out. You freeze in place and survey your head, looking for any trace of movement. Something luring me in? A minute passes and another. Nothing moves. Maybe I scared it off, whatever it was. You inch closer to the body and see that it's a desiccated. Desiccated? What's that? So what's the word? Desiccated. Let's learn a new way to die today. Oh, okay. That's the word. Desséché. Corpse, dressed in a fine jacket and pants. The hair has mostly fallen off, but what remains is white. He's not wearing a filter mask. You crouch down and look over the decaying skin stretching across the corpse's face. Black, cancerous spots are spread across the cheeks, wrapping around the eyes and ears. What catches your eyes is a clean, coin-sized hole on the side of the head. Oh, they got gun. Oh. You glance down and find a wheel-lock pistol resting the corpse in his hand. Why do it here? You lift the wheel-lock pistol and examine it. It's covered in dust, but serviceable. In fact, it looks like the kind carried by rich folk. You can spot gold and silver fittings. After a quick rummage through the corpse pocket, you find a handful of bullets and folded letter. When you open the letter, you feel a chill sweep across your body, as if the air around you has dropped by 20 degrees. Oh, we're going. I wonder if are we going to die? Like if it asks us to save, why? Why did it ask us to save? What would happen if I load now? Would I not get the light? A whispering sound grows louder, and you feel the cold air gathered behind you. You turn just in time to watch something tall and lanky crawl out of the shadow and stand over you. Holy shit! Don't touch me! In your panic-stricken mind, one word comes to the surface. It's a ghost! Don't touch me! I'm sorry, I leave you alone. I'm sorry, goodbye. You're a thief, aren't you? A robber. I can tell. You smell like a thief. You stole my ring. You took it. You took it from me. I didn't take your ring. The ghost grabs you by the shoulder and draws you close, sniffing at you. Blood, paper, ink. You're not a thief, you're a scholar. Can you read? Can you read words? Yes, I can read. Read this letter. The ghost grabs the letter out of your hands and hastily unfolds it, then puts it back in your hands. So wait. He shot himself? Okay, now I'm really wondering why he shot himself. Actually, did he even shoot himself or did he get killed? Read it! Read it to me! Come on, read it! He's agitated. What is the letter pieces up even more? You try to speak slowly in eventuality to calm the ghost down. Before I read this, I want to know, what is this? Who is it from? I don't know, I don't remember, but I know it's important. I can't read it anymore. Oh, okay, that's explain why. Yeah, of course, ghosts forget stuff about themselves. Yeah, okay, you forgot how to read, that makes sense. I remember if it's out, I don't know where it ends. If I read this letter, will you let me go on my way? Yes, yes. Just read the letter and know. Read it to me. Read it to me out loud. Oh no. Some parts are legible, however. You can barely make out the body of the text. Let me read it. You were one of my earliest friends here, and I haven't forgotten all you've done for me. I have a lot of respect for you, and yes, I have wondered if we could be more than just friends. Oh damn. You're intelligent, ambitious, and well-connected. But I realize now that I have to follow my heart. I deeply appreciate the kindness you show me, the earnestness that comes with offering me your ring, that I can. That soul that can read. Oh. You feel it wrench your arm in different directions, pulling so hard that the seam in your jacket split. The seam? Your shoulder pops out of your joints. Oh no, the ghost keeps screaming, questioning iron until it's killing. All you can focus on is the pain as your skin begins to tear and twist under the ghost's grip. There's a wet, whipping sound, as you feel a rush of warm blood pouring from the stem where your arm used to be. Your mind desperately tries to recall the spell. No, I stop you to turn back time, but you can't focus on the syllables. You collapse to the ground. I'm still bleeding from the stump. You try to take full deep breath, but your vision is swimming in a blur of shadow. The ghost crouches down and digs its hand into your rib cage. Oh god. For a moment, you remind you of the deer you watched lie open with a knife. Deer heart and human heart are almost the same, you remember her saying. You black out as the ghost's hands wrap around your legs. The last thought you had before you lose consciousness is how quick it would be to press the barrel of that pistol to your head. When you open your eyes again, you're back in the suit of Lazula. You glance around, wait, what? And see that you're inside? Wait, what? I thought I was going to go back to the menu. I'm tempted now. Should I go back in time? Should I love myself? Should I love myself? Fine. No, I'm not gonna do it. I think I'm going... Wait, shit, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm going to go the more... as far as I can without loading, maybe. I'm gonna try that. And I just see where it leads me. Then you stop. The memory of the pain is still seared into you. It makes you shiver. I see my throat is cut and my mouth is filled with ash, and I can speak the words of the chronomancy spell. What if I make a mistake and don't realize till later? I need a way out, quick and painless. Then you remember staring into the black abyss of no ice pistol barrel. I need this pistol. You spot the same lantern light you saw before, and a shiver runs down your body as you remember the feeling of blood rushing from your arms. You take a deep breath and walk closer to the corpse, and crouch down to take the pistol and bullets. Again, you feel the air grow cold, and feel something gathering behind you. You stifle the terror in your stomach and breathe deeply, the way it can easily get off you. When you turn around, the ghost's face is close to yours. Don't touch me! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. You're a thief, aren't you, robber? You can tell. You smell like a thief. You took my ring. No, I didn't. The ghost grabbed you by the shoulder and drew you a sniff. Can you read? Yes, I can read. Read the letters. You set the ghost and down at the letter. You slip the pistol into your bag and unfold the paper. This letter means a lot to you, doesn't it? Yes. The word says the word quietly, suspiciously. Why do you care about it so much? Do you remember? It's a letter someone I knew a long time ago. You wrote down the letter and scanned it for something that looks like a name. The ink is too smudged to make out the signature at the bottom, or the name is a greeting, however. When you can read some of the paragraph. You were one of my earliest friends, yeah, okay, blah blah blah. Your intelligence and ambitions were connected. You clear your throat and glance up at the ghost, who was breathing heavily. It's a rejection. Probably for a marriage proposal. If I read it out loud, it's going to get pissed and tear me apart again. I don't think you want to hear this. The ghost advanced towards you and reached out with its long arm. You can't read it? No, but I can repeat. Wait, what? No, that's not good. Don't repeat. It's for me. Don't repeat. Let me go. Go then, just go away. Give me back the letter and go away. The ghost watches you walk away, muttering the same words to itself over and over. She wrote to me, where's my ring? Okay, so that's what No Eyes was talking about. You can still manipulate ghosts. Yeah, but I kinda wonder, how are we going to find our 3 friends? Are the size still going to be normal? I wonder if there are going to be an explanation for this, because this guy does not look fine at all. Unless he was already like that before dying. But he has all his hair, and the corpse apparently didn't have it, so I'm curious. You keep walking the back walls for about 100 feet, until you can round a corner and make a run for the edge of town. Finally, you come to the edge of the city where the grand staircase looms. Broken down carts and wagons, pile of garbage and scattered pieces of clothing gather around. You start to climb over it all to get to the stairs. As you begin climbing the steps, you run your hands along the left-hand wall and close your eyes again. You're already exhausted, but you can stop and rest. You can check the feeling that something is following you. You've operated on a little sleep before, especially down here, but it never gets any less miserable. You've used to say away for 48 hours straight back when you were studying for your entry exam for Ibsen. Even once you got in, you found yourself studying for 8 to 10 hours at a time. You live your life according to clocks, hoping that every hour of study kept you from falling behind your peers. There was something comforting about being able to measure your life in hours. Everything was orderly. Wait, my throat hurts. Okay, wait, I really need to take something to drink. Okay, I'm better, and I have something to drink. Don't forget to hydrate yourself, kids. It's known as at clocks in each of the dorm rooms. They have a small, intricate little device designed to wake you up in the morning. Clocks became part of your life, and you never had grown up with one. You'd grown up in 3 different workhouses, all scattered across the city of Senkaku. Each time you'd try to start over with a new twist on yourself. You'd wanted to leave the old you behind. But you find yourself slipping back into your old self every time. When you'd gotten out of the workhouses at 14, you had to do it all again, put on different faces, play different roles. Most street gangs wanted something stoic and obedient. You had fit in with them fine. But street kid? Okay, maybe I just kinda read and see old self. Ah, okay, I got it. When you had started walking the street by yourself, you had to be gregarious and pushy to learn the mark. When you'd gotten the job as a scribe, they had expected you to be curt, professional, and polite. Finally, when you began your apprenticeship as a scholar, you stopped reinventing yourself. You had decided to be who you were, regardless of what people wanted from you. And immediately you'd found yourself alone. Without the facade to smooth things over, people began to avoid you. The days spent in your master's library and study went lonely for. They were peaceful, and they were all filled with clouds. The solitary life of a scholar had suited you, and eventually you began to think that you didn't need people anymore. Now you realize how much you were deluding yourself. Oh, it's another flashback. You find yourself sitting in Wood's office again, listening to another lecture. So, the most important thing to know about, the most vital thing about the body, is to know that each part of the body, each part, acts like a microcosms of our lives. Part of our flesh are born, they have children, grow old, and then they die. Not literally, of course, but close. Anyway, once a body reaches a certain age, it begins with the process of decay called senescence. At first glance, it seems like everything falls into senescence. What's interesting is that not all creatures experience it. As Woods go into detail about the life cycle of animals and humans, you take notes on the small writing desk. Woods' office isn't huge, but it's large enough to fit a wall-mounted chalkboard, a desk, bookcases, your desk, and the large colorful knitted sack that you're sitting in. Knitted sack. The sack seems to be filled with beans or rice. It's quite comfortable, but strange to sit in. The whole office smells like roux, chalk or booze, and a faint scent of mint, too. Sitting in the sack, you're almost overwhelmed by it. Suddenly, Wu turns to you with bright eyes. Have you ever seen a lobster? No, not in real life. I mean, a real one in real life. I'm making this conversation even weirder than they actually are, by just failing to say the words. Wu smiles as she stumbles over your words. Honestly, they're disgusting up close, but in theory they're fascinating. She began to sketch the outline of a lobster on a chalkboard, starting with the carapace. They can live for hundreds of years and grow to huge sizes, and because they shed their shells. You watch Wu's chalk jump from a lobster sketch to her earlier sketches of the life cycle, fleshing out the diagrams. Oh god damn it, I forgot my phone. Wait a sec. There we go, all charged up. Well, charging at least. That's probably the most time I have ever muted myself in the stream. I don't know if it's supposed to be roaring or something. It's interesting to watch whose mind spread out across the board. It's like watching someone knitting a sweater from 3 different angles. As she writes not on her diagrams, the quiet clicking of the shark and the silence of the room sinks into your mind. The warmth, the smell of the books, the rhythmic tapping, it invokes a deep sense of peace in your mind. Your gaze falls on the potted plants on whose window shield. It's almost completely black and shriveled, your dried up leaves. So even though it can't live forever, it doesn't throw the rest of the ecosystem off balance. Does that make sense? Wu turns to you with bites her lips, looking for some sign that she hasn't been rambling. You nod, looking at your meticulously detailed notes. It all fits together, like the pieces of a puzzle. How does that make sense? Avoiding senescence doesn't necessarily violate the natural order of life, because immortality is part of it. Exactly. Wu looks over her chalkboard, seemingly searching for anything she's missed. Hey, Wu. You can tell that she's expecting a question. Yes? What kind of plant is that? Ah, that is a... I began to scream a little, looking uncomfortably at the plant. It's a white methusa. It's supposed to be one of the hardiest plants in the world. It needs almost no water or sunlight. In fact, it can thrive in almost any environment if given a chance. Unfortunately, I still managed to kill it. Okay. How did you do that? Would take a deep breath and straighten her jacket, as if coming to terms with what she's about to say. I never watched it. I did at the beginning, but then I forgot to do it. But if it can travel the desert or something... I didn't water it for about 4 years. Oh. Rose stares at nothing for a while, lost in thought. Finally, she seemed to realize that you're still looking at her. Anyway, that should warm to this lesson. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if there's any coursework you need my help with. You flip through your notes with your other classes, looking for the little question marks you've left. I did have one more question. However, the desk is too low. Oh wait. Who walks over to your desk and stands next to you, looking at the page? However, the desk is too low for her to get a good look, so she leans down, pulling herself up on the desk with one hand. As she does, you can feel her jacket brush against your arms, as well as her warmth. You smell like int in that faint mint scent. So you're having trouble with some function of cells? It's important for regeneration to gauge growth. Yeah, I don't understand how it's supposed to work. I can do it one step at a time, but it takes forever. Well, it's easy when you learn, recognize some of the pattern. Wood kneels down next to you and takes your stylus, then turns to a blank page. Her face is close to yours, but her eyes are focused on the page. You watch as she writes out the mathematical formula for a sum equation, one that ranges from 0 to infinity. As she does, her hair brushes against you for a moment as she tilts her head. Oh, sorry, that was a little cramp, isn't it? It's alright. Here. Ruth stands up and walks to the opposite side of the desk, facing you, and spins your notebook around. She starts laying out a grid with the Y and X axes. While her hand glides across the page, you steal a glance at her face. It's almost serene, as if writing on this page is like entering a familiar world. I was bad at mathematics until I realized that most of it is intuitive. See, if you look at it like this, Wu draws a third axis, sticking out to the meeting place of X and Y. Think about a lobster, how long it is, or wide it is. If you could see it suspended in the air, and speed up its whole life to see going along this axis. But all the while, it would be moving along this axis. Time. Over the next 20 minutes, it all begins to fall into place. 3 dimensions, graph, graph. They are all abstract labels for something simple. I would very much need this class, please. Life. This is what life looks like, but written into paper. Remove beams and put down the stylus. Exactly, exactly! She clenches her fists and shakes them exactly up and down. You're getting it, you will understand it. Can I do another one? I mean, try a different sum equation? Yes, of course you can. Let me just find my book of formulas. Wu jumps to her feet and strides over to the door behind her desk. Then pulls it open and heads inside. Push back the desk and stand up from the sack, stretching your legs and relieving your newfound mathematical acuity. You step over to the chalkboard, then look towards the door that Wu disappeared into. You walk over to the threesome and peer inside. For a moment, you glimpse the interior of a room awash in an ocean of papers and books scattered across the floor. Trays of melted candle papers the room, and anatomy diagram papers the walls. The window was shuttered, leaving the whole place shrouded in darkness. Oh! Suddenly, Wu appears at the door, holding a book in the crooks of her arm. She steps over the door jamb and nearly runs into you. When she raises her face, her nose inches away from yours. Her eyes widen as she realizes what you are doing. She hurriedly snakes one arm behind her and shuts the down behind her back. Sorry, it's a bit messy there. I don't have had a chance to tidy up since the beginning of this year. Even the half second you were about to look into the room, the amount of clutter seems like it took months or even years to accumulate. Ruth stares back at you, stiff and wide-eyed. Her face is close to yours. She seems to be waiting for you to say something. Yeah, oh okay, this just resonates with me on the spiritual level, not this. This is me. You don't want to see the... Oh, my apartment looks like right now. You don't want to. No worries, I'm a messy person too. Wu flashes a nervous smile. Really? Yeah, my room back in Seikaku was a sty. I swear I'm learning new words every day. Oh. Okay. Was a sty. Stacks of books everywhere. You make an awkward laugh and raise a knuckle to your chin. My master called me a packwack, actually. I see. Well, let's get started. You head back at the desk and tap your seat in the sack. Then watch Wu flip through a book. Let's start with this one, the basic. You will stop for a moment, and her eyes dart to you. She looks back down at the book and sets it on your desk. As she does, you think you see her thumb flip a sheaf of pages to the other side of the book. Just try this one. You start to work on the formula on the new sheet of paper, feeling the shape of it unfold in your mind. It's different from the one you've been working on, but you can guess what some of it means. Wu, meanwhile, watches from a kneeling position on the other side of your desk, a chin resting on her crooked finger. Her eyes move back and forth between you and the paper, and for the first time you feel some pressure as if she's testing you. When you're finished, she turns the notebook around and looks over your work. A slight smile spread across Wu's face. Do you know what you did? I just did the formula in the book. It took a bit longer than I expected. Did I do it right? You did it correctly, but this formula isn't from your course, it's from my research notes. So what does that mean? You just modeled the bone growth of a human adult from 18 to 25. students 2 years ahead of you can, well, they have trouble with this. Seems like you're natural. Checking something real quick. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, nice. You're stuck with disbelief. You flip back through the papers, often with new eyes, and you can begin to see the pattern weaving through them. You feel a shiver of excitement as you realize that all it takes was a little effort to put it all together. Paired with the rush of discovery, however, is a wave of relief as you realize that you're not over your head there. You can learn this stuff, even if it seems hard at first. All you need is a little help and a new mindset. You stand up from your desk, barely able to contain your grin. Rue beams back, trying to bite back her excitement. She reaches out to pat your shoulder, but hesitates before her hand touches you. She retracts it, then offers a handshake. Well done! You grasp her hand and shake it gently. Her palm is soft and dusty from the shock. I can take all the credits. I have a great teacher. Rue locks eyes with you. Her face suddenly grows serious and like a melancholy. Her hand slips from yours. That's my real piece after a moment, but it's more cautious. Face is why did she react like that? Later that day in the training dojo, the rush over your cerebral painful lost some of its lather. Sitting cross-legged on the hardwood floor, you were reminded that not all challenges could be overcome by thinking through them. Once again, you're paired with Izagi. Apparently, each junior student is paired with one senior. It is the first exam. As soon as the opening remarks from Master Exam are over, she swam over at you. You're going to learn the basic 10 today, the twisting tree. She doesn't waste any time, does she? Now, show me your natural stance, the one you use in a fight. Hiya! Almost without thinking, you spread your legs apart and crouch down a bit, guarding your face with your clenched fist. Izagi raises her eyebrow and grunts. What? That's the kind of stance a street thug will use. Walk toward me. You awkwardly shuffle towards her, trying to keep your stand in place. Ow. In two steps, Izagi crosses the gap between you and flashes out a punch before you can react. Her knuckles stop just short of your cheek. Deep stances limit your mobility. I'm going to teach you how to stand correctly. Alright then. Izagi takes a few steps back and stands in front of you, then drops her hands to her sides. She raises them to hip level, cocking her elbows back. I'm trying to imitate the pose in the last time. She crouches down with both fists facing forward. Okay, so this I can do since I'm sitting. Then points both of her feet outward in a 40... What the fuck? Then points both of her feet outward in a 45-degree angle. Finally, she lifts her heels. I don't know what the heels is. Then swings them outwards, so her toes are now pointed inwards. It's a strange, awkward-looking stance, and one that seems even less mobile than what you are doing. Do as I do. You try your best to mimic her stance, but you feel like you're barely able to stand correctly, comfortably. Izaki breaks out of her stance and walks around you in a circle. Next straight up, not forward. You feel her hands firmly move your head back. 4 arms parallel to the ground. Her fingers lift your arm up. Bend your leg more. You crouch down lower until your thighs begin to burn. Most importantly, your pelvis should be tilted forward just a little, so your stomach isn't bending in on itself. You thrust your hip forward a few inches, but it feels like your buttocks, okay, are tucked up in your body. There. Now keep one more foot rooted, and turn the other foot outward, so it's parallel with your first foot. You twist your body to the left and find your body unwinding itself as the awkward stance into a natural one. feel Izagi behind you. Her body around your shoulders, shifting your weight into the right foot. Next, her hand twists your hips, so they can face forward, not to the side. Her touch is confident, firm but gentle, as if she was sculpted in clay. She used just enough forces to move you. You feel yourself wobble a little as you try to center your weight and align your body. It feels like walking on a tightrope. Nope. You feel Izagi push your left hip firmly, and you almost stumble over. You're too stiff. You have to stop trying to hold yourself up and just find your center. You try to take up at the stance again, but you realize you're pretty much balanced everything on your back foot. You shift your weight to the other foot so it's more equal. But Izagi is already kneeling down, lifting your leg. Your front foot should only barely touch the ground. 90% of your weight is on your back leg. How am I supposed to balance on one leg? Izagi stands in front of you and adopts the same stance, but hers is infinitely more graceful in a stars and subtle way. Push me. You walk over and shove her shoulder, but she rolls it back and keeps her balance. Ow. Immediately, she steps forward and delivers a chain of punches on your chest, light but sharp, never losing her balance. Do it like I do, watch me. You stand there feeling clumsy and offish as Izagi moves in straight lines, stepping forward and then holding her stance. As you watch, you begin to notice the geometry in her body, from the angles of her legs to the straightness of her back. You also notice the glistering sweat on her neck, the city rising and falling off her chest, and a slow, smooth inhale and exhale. Finally, she's up in front of you, still in her stance. She nods for you to take your stand too. You try your best to balance on your back leg and get your body held the way she showed you. As you're adjusting yourself, you feel something click. Your weight feels like it's spread more evenly, and your back leg feels stable. Izagi takes a deep step closer. Her knee is touching yours, and each of your hands are nearly touching each other's chest. You hold yourself there, staring back at her, feeling the sweat collecting down your spine. Who knew just standing in a certain way could be so difficult? But it feels like you're getting the hang of it. Izaki's eyes bow into you, and then went down your chest to your leg, then all the way to your foot. Finally, her gaze returned to meet yours. Do you know why we fought on right foot? No, why? So our opponent can't do this. Izaki twists her body, pressing the side of her knees into yours and effortlessly forcing your legs outwards. You immediately collapse. As you get back onto your feet, Izaki stands over you, looking bored. You spend your whole life indoors, right? You're not used to your body. You're going to have to change that. Let's work on your breathing. It's annoying. Oh, okay. But it's easier to grasp than this. I kinda wonder, what does this choice do? Honestly, I can see myself winning anything with this girl. I'm just going to go by what I would say and just say, okay, sure, whatever. Izaki stands in front of you. Her hands at her sides, and her feet are slightly apart. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. As she inhales. Wait, I wonder what happened if I save here? Because it's a flashback, right? So it shouldn't twist reality, right? Okay, I can't. Whoops. Watch her chest. Rise does her uniform, her ribcage swelling until it seems like she's a balloon. Then she deflates, slowly and calmly. She opens her eyes and looks at you, her gaze still fierce. Now you. You try to breathe in deeply, but as soon as you reach your peak, you let it all rapidly drain from your nose. Izaki grimaces and shakes her hand. Now like this. She demonstrates again, and you try once more to suck in air. This time you hold it in and slowly, painfully let it trickle up. Hey, it can't be that hard, right? Okay, I have no idea if I did this correctly actually. Now you don't force it, you just breathe naturally. I'm breathing naturally right now. I don't take the breath, I'm not going to stop and suck in air during a fight. It's not about deep breaths, it's about learning to control your breathing. Izagi looks around the dojo at the other training pairs, then grabs your wrist and leads you over to a leather bag secured to the wall. Punch as hard as you can, as fast as you can. And take a deep breath. I suppose I'm going to fail miserably, like in 10 seconds I'm done. At first it feels good to let loose like this and empty yourself of the frustration of training with Izagi. And yeah, after a while your breathing gets shallower and your arms start to ache. You start trying to hold your breath and only suck in air between punch, but soon you feel like you're suffocating. Finally, your arms drop and you stumble over. Your hands on your knees. You're grasping for air and sweat pours from down your face. When you stand up again, you find Izagi looking approvingly at your folded arm. You lasted longer than I expected, but it was still only about a minute. Fighting puts more strain on the body than anything else, so that's when you see how strong you really are. And when you're fighting, the most important thing is breathing. If you have no air in your lung, then your body has no power, so you have to work on strengthening your lungs. When you finally catch your breath, you close your eyes and inhale deeply through your mouth and out through your nose. Oh, very important. You should be as relaxed as possible when you're doing this, so relax. You smile bitterly. You can choose to be relaxed, and you certainly can do it around Izagi. Still, you try to think of relaxing things. Sunny days, quiet streams, all of that. You feel Izagi's hand gently press your shoulder down, but they don't rise with your inhales. As your mind wanders, you find yourself thinking about libraries, how quiet they are, how peaceful. You used to spend hours sitting at tables with a stack of books, watching the shadow from the windows grow. You feel Izagi's hand pressing on your back and stomach, lightly applying pressure as you breathe in. The force of your breath forces her hand away easily. Now open your eyes and keep it with you. You open your eyes and find Izagi standing next to you, her hand still on your chest and back. You can smell the sweat in your clothing. You feel her breath tickling your neck. You breathe in and out easily, your mind empty except for the presence of Izagi, the calming rhythm of your breath. There, that's it. Nice and easy. Izagi takes her hand away from you and takes up the stance she showed you before. Try the stance again, but breathing like that. You do as she says, lowering yourself into the stance and balancing your weight. As you breathe in and out, you feel the rhythm growing you slightly off balance. You crouch louder and straighten your back. And suddenly you feel like you should sit down on the stool. You take a few deep breaths and it feels like your chest could expand forever. There, that's solid! Izagi walks over to you and punches your shoulder roughly, but you let your shoulder swing back. so as to not upset your balance. Throw a punch. You throw a straight right punch as exact as you do. It feels normal, easy. Usually kicks at your front shin. Your leg swings out from the blow, then returns to its spot on the floor. My foot is hurting, it's still hurting. Whoop, up, 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 up. Oh god, must make everything fall apart. Yeah. You stand up and let the stress off your back leg. You smile as you keep sucking in deep, full breaths and let them out. This feels good, really good. All I had to do was relax and all started to make sense. Zagi smiles at you, clenches her fist, and playfully strikes you in the sternum with the heel of her hand. That'll do for now. You head to your anatomy class with a thin patina of sweat covering your body. Body cools quickly after you take a seat and settle into this lecture. You glance around and spot Liz sitting at the back of the class, dulling her notebook with a bored expression. Master Rizam stands up and starts to draw a human skull on the chalkboard. Even after the soul has left the body, it retains some ties to it, which allow for the indirect manipulation of the soul. We can give an example. Let me see, initiate Zini. You look up from your notes and gaze at the skull from the board. Almost immediately, a thought springs into your head. Well, they're skull lanterns. A morbid example, but yes. Would you like to explain, Yuzo? Oh, sure. So, when you have a skull, you can inscribe a spell on the dome and light a candle inside of it. Then you can talk to the skull and ask it to show your memories from its life. Those memories will show up as shadows on the wall. Very good. Now a more common example. You settle back into your seat, happy with yourself for answering a surprise question and not making a fool of yourself. After a few minutes, something catches your eyes, a bit of movement at the edge of your table. When you look over, you find a small origami deer scrolling on top of the table. You picked it up, it immediately stopped moving. When you fold it, you find a note from Liz. What did you know about school lanterns? You write it in the blank space left on the note, trying not to attract too much attention. I used to work in the cemetery as a scribe. Some of the families kept them. You refold the deer and set it on the table. It immediately starts walking back to Liz. It's magic, this thing? That's cool. A minute later, it returns with a new message. What did you do for fun? You think for a while, then write, I used to play cards a lot. On a whim, you drew a playing card, the King of Spades. When the deer returns, there's a new sentence, along with a drawing of a beer glass. Want to go drinking with me and some people after class? You pause for a moment before writing back. You can't remember the last time you were invited to something. Back home, you had a few friends, but they crashed in and out of your life. You only kept in touch with the people you needed to. You write back one word on a piece of paper. Sure. After class, you pack up your books and head out of the classroom to catch up with Liz. You find her among a group of 6 other people clustered outside the door, speaking animatedly to another girl. She spots you and pulls you to the middle of the group, patting you on the chest. And this is Uzo, the grave digger. Of course, it's already made the turn of the school before. Right, Uzo? She looks up at you and gives you a big smile. You feel a grin spreading across your face, mostly against your will. You don't know what she's talking about, but her exuberance is infectious. You feel everyone else's eyes is on you, waiting for a response. What do I say to that? I feel like I, myself, would answer I left that life behind. Or something stupid like, no, I'm not taking grave, what the fuck are you talking about? But I really want to say that. If you keep calling me that, I'm going to bury you. I'm going to bury you. Liz's friends chuckled at you and she slapped you on the shoulder, jiggling to herself. I didn't know you had a sense of humor too. Alright, no more waiting, let's settle squad. Liz leads you across the campus into the labyrinth of buildings until you're walking down a little street filled with fancy shops. Whoa, besides the campus is a little self-contained city. It's even got its own tailors and restaurant. Okay, I was about to ask that. Is this a city or still in the campus? You knew when you applied to its zone that it meant spending the next few decades cloistered on the campus grounds. The Academy was insistent on students committing themselves fully to their education and immortality. That kinda... It's a life I would personally agree with, but okay. With the exception of holidays. Students were expected to live and study at its zone. If you missed a semester or tried to leave before you graduated, there was no coming back. Still, you hadn't realized how huge the campus really was. No matter which direction you look, the paved streets and looming buildings seemed to stretch on forever. Eventually, Liz sounds better than Lies. Liz stops and pulls open the door to an upscale tavern with a big glass window. A metal sign with a cutout of a bull and western hangs over the door, and buzzer with the name Cock and Bull. You follow Liz's friends inside, letting the warm, cozy scents of beer and smoke wash over you. Liz slides into a bar stool, and the rest of the group joins her, taking up the seat closest to her. By the time you get to the counter, you're sitting near the left end of the bar, watching everyone else order drinks. You order a cup of wine, and rest both your elbows on the bar while the bartender pours the glasses. You'd spend a lot of time in this bar, but none as fancy as this one. Back in Senkaku, the bars were where people conducted business. You sip your wine and settle in, but once you glance at the rest of Liz's friends, you realize that there's no way to join the heated conversation going on between your fellow students. One of the girls squeezed between you and the bar stool to your right to lean over to the bar and get Liz's attention. She doesn't seem to realize how close she is to you or that her hair is dangerously close to your cup. You slip off your stool and sit down at the nearby table. You can still hear your classmates' conversation in perfect details, just a few feet behind you. You sip your wine and flip through your notebook, looking over your notes from the day. As you half listen to the conversation at the bar, however, you start to grate your teeth. It's all gossip and rumors about other students. Mostly they're making fun of people. It's the kind of empty, shallow bullshit that people spit out when they're trying to one-up each other. You feel your goodwill towards this little trip rapidly starting to dry up. It's a nice change of scenery, but if this is what students do at bars, then you're better off in a room. To hell with this. As soon as I'm done with my cup, I'm getting out of here. You take a big gulp of wine and nearly choke on it. Good job, you idiot. Just before the school, what do we even call that type of students? Just before the students that start rumors. You're great, man. Hey, take it easy, Mr. Grave Dirt. We've got to pace ourselves. You swallow the wine and cough. I'm gonna head out soon anyway. What? We just got here. You can live here with them. What are you talking about? These are your friends, aren't they? Liz runs over at the bar and makes a sly grin, then shakes her head. She takes a sip of her own drink and sets it down, then looks over you. What kind of person are you anyway, Yuzo? What's your story? You look back at Liz, who's resting her hand on her chin, looking at you with her eyebrows raised. Well? You lean forward so that the people at the bar can hear. They don't seem to have noticed Liz's absence yet. I guess I don't have an eye tolerance for pointless talking and bullshit. And I hate gossip, which you already know. Sounds like someone's been the target of gossip and bullshit. Yeah, okay, that didn't come from a lot of money. And I guess I think a lot of people at Islam look down on people like me. Why is that? Because I'm a nobody. Everyone else comes from prestige, famous family names. I don't have any of that. I've been no problem so far. Wait, where are you from? My family owns cattle, a lot of cattle, but it's still cattle. I'm the first one in the family to go to an academy. I didn't really want to, but I had fun. If you don't take yourself so seriously, you can get these silver spoon kids to warm up to you. I don't want them to warm up to me. I don't like pompous, entitled jackasses. And I don't like acting like one. For someone with an inferiority complex, you should have a high opinion of yourself. You give a strange smile and shrug, then look into your cup, which is now empty. You look at Liz, who wraps a finger around your hand and turns it over. It's fun to play the game. Make a little fugazi, do a little flirting, win people over your side. This traces the line on your palm with a tongue. Even if you cut yourself out from the social scene, you're still in it. People will judge you, spread rumors about you. Why not strike first? Control of everyone sees you, instead of letting other people decide. This points at the long line that cuts across the center of your palm. You are lonely, solitary person. You follow your own path, no matter how hard it gets. She pointed at another shorter lines. You have a big chip on your shoulder. You have talent, but you want recognition too. Finally, she traced two parallel lines between. Is she the mind reader? Like, is she the type of people that can read fate with the line with her arm, with the hand? She traced two parallel lines below your finger. You've had a life marked by struggle and desperation. You don't trust people easily, and you're a pessimist and a cynic. She let go of your hand, and you look at the line on your palm. You picked up a bit of palmistry years ago. And from what little you know, the lines Liz pointed to are all wrong. You nod slowly and place your fingers. Let me see your hand. You stretch out your fingers, and you gingerly take her hand in your palm. Her touch is warm, and her fingers are long and glisten. Liz watches you intently, like a cat. You look down at the line on the palm and point at one of them once. You're talented and people are drawn to you, or without much effort. You like to cause trouble, but you're not cool. You're the kind of person who surrounds herself with people, but doesn't have any close friends. You like to read people, but you don't like to reveal much about yourself. And you're a good liar. Liz sits there for a few seconds, smiling at you and saying nothing. Oh, Miss Gravedigger, you're fun. You suppress a grin and pick up your cup before you remember that it's empty. You sip the last drop and set it back down. Why do you keep calling me that? You work at a cemetery, not a gravedigger. I just kept up the records. It is a fun nickname, isn't it? A little dark, a little intimidating. Liz leans forward, and you keep your eyes from glancing down on shirt. Sir? What are you doing, sir? We should have some fun with these people. She nods her hand towards the people at the bar. You said you play cards. Are you good at poker? Oh, it's going to go down. It's been a long time since you've played poker, but you still remember the rules pretty well. Decent enough. They're going to be so tipsy that they won't know if you're bluffing. Liz stands up and goes back to the bar. Oh god. Almost instantly, everyone migrates to your table and pulls up chairs. Someone pulls up a deck of cards and starts dealing with hands. The guys become stone-faced and serious, while the girl jiggled and keep asking about the rules. You end up playing for pocket change, just enough to buy one of drinks. Oh, Liz sits next to one of the most affluent-seeming guy, and always bet the minimum amount, really challenging anyone. Eventually, everyone falls, but you're in the guy next to Liz. Apparently, his name is Tenza. You feel a strange sense of deja vu. Then realize that you've seen this guy before. He's in your martial art class. Oh god, that's the class where I ridicule myself. When Tenza looks at you in ways, this catches your eyes with her. She softly nods her head, smiling all the while. You realize that she has a perfect angle to see all of Tenza's cards. I see you and raise you 10. I have no idea what poker is supposed to be. Tenza... Okay, wait, is that me or Tenza? That's me. Tenza scoffs and drops a couple more coins on the table, then look at you for your reaction. You smile faintly. The table has gone silent, waiting to see if you'll back down. You reach for a 20 piece and drop it on the stack of coin, sighing heavily. Liz called me grave digger, and it looks like you're digging your own grave. The table goes, oh! And Tenza stares at you hard, his jaw set. Cole, show me what you have. You toss your card on the table and lean back, trying to seem confident. It's a pair of sixes. This guy's shoulder drop and he throws his card down with disgust, revealing a 9 and a jack. Son of a... I have no idea what the world of poker are, but I knew this was happen. The table erupts in cheers. Liz likes this guy losing his shit. He looks like he's about to punch me. The table erupts in cheers, and Liz leans across the table to wrap her arm around your neck. She whispers something in your ears. Go away! Ah no, oh no. You did it! Okay, never mind. Your eyes flies open as you stumble on one of the steps in the dark. You brace yourself against the wall as the haze of memory lifts. You look around and find yourself back at the grand staircase of Lazula. You collapse against the wall and sit on the stairs with your eyes closed, your chest bucking as the stairs spins out. You kept these memories buried for such a long time, only touching part of them, to go through them again. To its head to remember what kind of person you were, what you did and said, and it's even worse to know that it's over. All you can do is escape for a little while. Inevitably, you'll be back here again, in the ashes of your life. Alone. The only thing that keeps you going now is a promise that you can have it all back again. It's not over. You can still change what happened. If not in this reality, then in another one. You swallow your tears and sit up, lifting your mask so you can wipe your face. It's not over. Oh my... Okay, yeah. Damn. The plague really did do a number on the earth. You emerge from the staircase after 6 hours of walking, and the ground that greets you at the top is nearly as dark as the underground. Wind whips across your clothes as you step out of the grand staircase, and your goggles are soon covered in dust. Through this dirty lens, you can see the twilight contours of the land beyond. There used to be a sprawling, ramshackle shantytown surrounding the surface exit of the staircase, but all of it have disappeared under dunes of shifting black age. Distant masonry looms out of the ash, marking the old entrance to the settlement. You remember passing under the archway as you escape from its end. You watch as clouds of ash slowly rolls across the sky over your head, while 20-foot dust... 20 foot... what? While 20 foot height? 20 foot long? Okay. While 20-foot dust devils churn over the horizon. The only light illuminating the land ahead is the dusty red glow of the cloud, where embers still burn in the sky. This is what hell it looks like. The first thing people did to combat the plague from Idzen was wall off the academy and trap everybody inside. If there's one thing that got part of me that that never work well. When the disease still sleep inside the wall, they try burning down the school. And all the what the fuck? They burn the school to the ground and all the students. Oh my god, what the fuck? I mean, I get how they arrived at this conclusion, but holy shit! They really just went like, okay, goodbye, burn. They didn't understand that the plague was hardly enough to survive the flame. The ashes of the dead carried the infection of the wind. The scholar outside the school did not know anything about Wu's research, or that the disease foundation was a long dead white medusa plant. What the fuck did she do with this? They just kept looking up people and burning them. Burning corpses, burning everything in wider and wider circles around Idzen. Soon the entire continent was engulfed in flames. People fled behind city walls to keep the infected out. This was just turned to necropolises. How the fuck do you burn a whole school and just you see it doesn't work and everyone is still getting infected and you're like, oh well, let's just continue then. Like, find another way at this point, what the Even archipelagos and distant countries, which were separated by ocean, found ash falling from the sky. And there you go, that's how you kill the fucking world. The residents of this continent have resigned themselves to their fate. Did not lift a single pyre. Maybe the world does survive. That's all that's in the past. You fled across the scorches dustlands, pointing yourself in the direction of Idzen. All these years later, the path there is still burned into your memory. The last time you came this way, you were fleeing for the underground, along with 10,000 other people. It was chaos. The temptation brought down the worst people, including you. You lied to some of the militia guarding Idzen, the one who erected the blockade to keep the plague contained. Outside the school, you lied about your area of study to get a filter mask, and you lied about where you came from so that people wouldn't know you were Idzen scholar. Lies upon lies. At the back of your mind, all you wanted to do was get away from everyone, so that you could crawl into dark little niche and sleep. After being surrounded by so much insanity, you wanted to sleep forever. Now I'm probably one of the last ones alive, beside that chronomancer. 5 years. Your footsteps stir up slow-moving clouds of ashes, and the scorching wind slams into you again and again, trying to drive you south. 5 years ago there would be trees, rivers and towns between you and Idzen. Now there's nothing but rolling blackened dunes. I feel really bad for the two other girl. Who it's still kinda it's still confusing about who's how much did she messed up. Especially since it's a plant. So did the plant just one day started manifesting the disease, or did you did more to it and it just... I mean, I don't feel like I would be like, oh man, I hate Wu for starting the end of the world. That's a big accident. That's what it is, apparently. She started the plague on an accident, but... you know, she's still a bit responsible for it. So the one I really feel bad about is the two other girl. Liz and... I never remember her name. Izuko? Izu... Let me check. What's her name? Izagi. That's the thing. That's her name. I feel bad for those two, however. Because well, it would be like anyone else. One day they live a normal life and the other day they get... either they get sick and it dies, while their body just become disformed with those weird cancerous thing, or they just they get fucking burned. Like what the they got fucking burned with many other students. That's you feel bad for them. And I honestly I would understand if you were like in Uzo's position. You would just run the fuck away. You would just be like, never again, goodbye. I'm going to the underground and I'm going to sleep and goodbye. I think a lot of us would have done that, to be honest. If you were like the co-creator of the plague that wins the world, that wins the world. You find the leeward side on an ash dune, and lay down your sleeping bag, then crawl inside and seal it. Flashes of infected bodies fill your mind. The flickering of fire, the blackness of sleep. You find yourself back in one of the hall of its zone, with cold light streaming from one of the nearby windows. I think I'm going to stop here. Like I'm going to save real quick. Nope. There we go. And I'm going to stop here. There we go. Can I just go back to the chat room real quick? Oh fuck, the background is lagging like hell. I still have to fix the issue with the background. Let me just restart it real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Just have to wait a bit. Please. Okay, nice. Honestly, that's an interesting game. Like, I don't know. The scenario is interesting. That's I think what I like the most about it, I think. Like the scenario is very interesting and I really want to know more about it. But if I can get some honest feedback from myself, I guess. I don't know if it may be a bit of my fault because I hype myself too much on the part where I would have to go back in time, mess up with everything, and just the introduction is very long. Like I've been streaming for 3 hours and I don't think we have reached the main part of the game. We've been introduced to the main plot point. You have been given flashback of how everything went down. But like, I don't know. I wonder if the flashback we were about to read is just the one where it tells you how everything went down. I think that would be interesting, but I don't feel like I will have the energy to continue for any longer. My throat hurt. So I'm just going to keep it here. And also say one last thing is that no, never mind, I'll say it in my next stream, which will be on Friday. What about Black Heaven? I will continue streaming it though. Like, I don't think it will pose any kind of problem if I continue streaming it. So I will do that. But I will definitely look forward to pay it, I think. Like, I think that's the least I can do. And like, I haven't streamed. I basically been playing the game for myself. There's no one watching this stream. So at this point I think I can just, the least I can do is to buy the game myself at least. Probably. I just don't think I'll be able to buy it on release, but as soon as I can, I probably will. Anyways, that's probably all I'm going to say for now. That's a good game, that's an interesting game, and I'm looking forward to wish the actual part where we meet up with the ghost of the girls. I really want to know how everything went down. Anyway, with that said, as you can see by the clock to my, not to my anything, to the top left part of the screen, it's late, so I'm gonna go eat. And finish my drink because of my foot. Anyway, goodbye people. Thank you again to the Occult Triangles Studio. Occult Triangle Lab, that's their name. Thank you to them for letting me play the game, and for letting a lot of other people play the game, because I'm not the only one. So you can look forward to other streamers sharing their experience with the game before its release. Remember that it's released on the 21st of October, this Friday, so you can wish list it on the link on the pinned message. I will also put the link in the VOD if you're watching the VOD. So yeah, with all of that said, goodbye people, have a good day, entities out.